Okay, I don't know why I was muted. Okay, let's see if we got a good things going. I guess we can just do a quick mic check. Can you guys hear me? Oh, let's see. We got AJS. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Bama Lang in the building. Moon, Christine. Everybody's in the chat. Kimberly, of course, Kimberly the Great in the building. Bama Lana. Cynthia Middleton. Francine Shepard. Francine said, yes, I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Cynthia Middleton, Stephen Angle in the building, also giving me the yes and the okay to go. Larry, let's see. I'm going to calling you living like Larry from SpongeBob. Living like Larry. Larry Large in the building, Kimberly. Before we begin, let's get some... Give me 1 second. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. All right, now we got everything popping. Everything should be good. Audio check. Everyone got me the good to green. Shout out to Jared. Jared is in the building. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a fan reaction with Coach Jared, aka Jant Sports. We're going to talk about some few topics today. We're going to talk about whose draft stock, which Bama players' draft stock rose up to the occasion. Of course, we had a lot of Bama players perform at the combine. Which players' draft stock was risen? And of course, we're also going to talk about players that need to have that improvement. Of course, for pro, which are coming up. We're also going to talk about is tackle an issue? Right? We talked last year, everyone talked about how left tackle was going to be an issue. It actually kind of became an issue. So now that we might need 2 tackles, is that going to become an issue, right? Are we going to get that figured out for springtime training camp? We're all going to talk about that. We're going to talk about more going into the 4-2-5. How is that going to translate for this football team now that is going to be the primary base? And then, of course, we're all, undefeated chat, whatever you want to ask, whatever you want to get into, of course, we will talk about it. We will talk about it. So let's get one last check. Is anything too loud? Am I good? Am I good to go? Is the music too loud? Make sure we got this going. All right, I think Taylor kind of got me with that. I have a professional certified hater in the building. Okay, yep. Steven said the same thing. I think we got that turned on. I think Taylor got me. Taylor got me, I think. All right, Cynthia got it. All right. So first thing we're going to talk about, guys, is the draft stock. Which player's draft stock was improved? Well, I think number one, I think we all can agree on this, Dallas Turner. Now, I'm not going to go on a spiel. I'm not going to go on a rant about Dallas Turner and about Pete Golding and how he just brutalized the defensive end position, especially that we were in our Golding age era. But Dallas Turner's stock definitely rose up to the occasion. 4.47 40 time, 40-inch vert. You look at the split. Again, had a great broad jump. I think he had a 10.9 broad jump. He, as an athletic specimen, his measurables were beyond peak, 6'4" at 251 pounds. He is going to be a phenomenal player. Now, the question is he going to be defensive? Is he going to be DN1 in this class? Because you got to compete against Jared First. You got to compete against Leatu Latu. So you got to compete against those guys. You got Chop Robinson, who had a freaky 40 time himself. He ran a 4.44 at his combine. So is Dallas Turner good enough to being a DN1 in this draft class? And I think that's the question. Jared Verse, he did not do anything to hurt it. Latu did not do anything to hurt it. But Dallas Turner, man, he did a lot of things that a lot of NFL scouts want to take a look at. So when you go ahead and take a look at Dallas Turner, it's hard to say. It really is hard to say. I think his stock definitely had risen up, but again, he's a certified number 1 pick. I think we all can agree on that. But I think he went from being just a certified number 1 guy to being arguably a certified top 15 guy. And if he escapes that top 15, whoever is going to grab him is going to be a steal. Now, he's a hybrid player, right? He can have his hand on the ground. He can play at a 2 stand-up type of position. He can play in coverage. And we all know and again, especially when he ran that 4.47, a lot of teams probably were going to use this guy in coverage a lot. They're going to make him run. They're going to make him get back and try to probably cover the flats. Bama put him in positions, especially with Pete Golding, when he was literally covering receivers especially, he was covering slot receivers and tight ends at one point in man coverage. Thanks, Pete Golding. So we all know he's got the ability to at least hang on with those guys, right? As far as not getting overran. He's got the speed, he's got the quickness, but he doesn't really have like the man coverage and zone coverage. He doesn't really have that, right? He's not Dante Hightower in that aspect, or even let's say not a Rashaan Evans, but like a CJ Mosley. Like he doesn't have that sort of ability. But what he does have, again, he can cover ground. He's got speed. He's got the, he's one of the quickest players as far as his get off. I think Dallas Turner's done good enough to be a certified top 15 pick. Of course, he's got to compete against Jared Verse, completely different player who uses who's more of a power rusher. Dallas, again, I think he improved this year as far as using his power and using kind of that bull rush. In order to, he added that a lot more in his arsenal kit compared to his freshman season when he was just literally just using pure speed and motor to get to the quarterback. So we'll see. But I definitely think that Dallas Turner, I think he did good enough. I think he's a certified top 15 pick. Steven said top 10. Yeah, Steven said top 10. I got him going to Atlanta, me personally. But he could, again, I can see New Orleans snagging him up. Denver actually does need an edge rusher. I think the Broncos can use it. I think Atlanta and New Orleans are the two best destinations for him, especially with the Saints. When they're starting to kind of transform the defensive scheme a little bit, that's going to fit a lot more towards what Dallas kind of ran with Kevin Steele. So that's where I kind of got him going. So James Richards, shout out to James Richards, honorary Alabama fan in the building. James Richards. First round for sure. Yeah, I think I got him to your area, James. I think I got him to Atlanta. That's what I got for now. Chris Braswell is another player. He didn't really hurt his draft stock. I don't think he really helped it. I thought it was just kind of more of a, this is what you saw on tape. This is what you're getting in the combine, right? This kind of just in a way put everything in place and put everything together. I don't think he's a first round guy. Especially because now, unfortunately, I think there were other positions that really kind of hurt the edge rushing class. I think there's Chop. I think there's Dallas. I think there's Jared. I think there's Latu. And I think that's it as far as first round guys. I think your next crop guys are the Darius Robinsons, the Chris Braswells of the world. That's your next crop. And so I think Chris Braswell, again, he ran a 4.6. He had a 1.59 10-yard split, really good from an edge rushing position. He's a big guy, way bigger than Dallas Turner. He's a 260 guy, but I honestly think he's 270. I think he's a lot bigger than what people kind of give him credit for. His arms are not as lengthy as Dallas, and I don't think his vertical was like 33 inches. So he's not as athletic as Dallas, but he's bigger and he's stronger than Dallas. He's a guy that utilizes a lot more of a power rushing moveset compared to what Dallas does. Dallas incorporated this season. Chris had that from the jump. That's what he was at St. Francis, and this is what he was this year, right? And trust me, like the fact that he was the best SEC pass rusher as far as pass rush win rate. He was number one in the SEC. I actually think he might have been number one in the country in that rate. I mean, he was really good in terms of beating his man and putting pressure to the quarterback. But he's not the quickest, he's not the fastest, he's not the most athletic, but he's technical. He's very, very strong, and he's a bully. And honestly, I think honestly, a lot of people want to mock Darius Robinson to the Chiefs. I think Chris Braswell, if it's like any late first round suggestion, I think Chris Braswell would probably be a great fit for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's he kind of reminds me a little bit of oh my God, who was the cat that Kansas City had for those years? This is gonna kill me. He used to play at Michigan. He's at Kansas City for those years playing alongside Chris Jones. It'll come back to me. But, Chris Braswell, he's more of an 8 to 9, maybe even a 10 sack guy. And I think you're just going to get a good football player out of him. So I think he's a second round prospect. I don't think he goes in the third. I think he's a second round guy. And I think this kind of just confirmed the combine. What you see in tape is exactly what you see at the combine. And that could be a good thing for some. That could be a bad thing. But I think overall wise, Chris Braswell's safe. I don't think he needs to really do anything spectacular at the pro day. I think it is kind of what it is at this point, and that's good enough. That's good enough. Terrion Arnold was another player that I thought his stock rose a little bit. He was fantastic on the field drills. Did not run the 40 well. He had a 4.51. I think a lot of people kind of want, again, they want to see like a Nate Wiggins 40 when he ran a 4.28. They want to see like a Quentin Mitchell 40 when he ran a 4.33. That's not Terrion Arnold. That's never really been him. I don't think anybody in chat here will, any of us expected Terrion Arnold to run a 4.3 or 4, even an early 4.4 guy. Like, that's not his game. He's very disciplined, very technical, hardworking, doesn't complain, can play nickel, can play at the slot, can play on the outside, can play as a free safety. Like, he can play in multiple roles. And just overall wise, his upside is a lot better than a lot of these corners, simply because he's only played corner for 3 years, right? His freshman season, his sophomore season, and now this. Like, this is his third year playing as a corner. He was always a safety coming out of St. Thomas Aquinas and Fort Lauderdale. So the upside surely is there because the position still is new to him. Now I will say this about him: is he cornerback 1 in this draft class? I don't know. I don't know if he's cornerback 1 in this draft class. That might actually go to Quentin Mitchell. And I think that's where I think his stock, you can make an argument, goes down a little bit. Because Quentin Mitchell didn't do anything wrong. Quentin Mitchell actually did everything right. He has phenomenal tape. He killed it at the Senior Bowl, and he killed it at the Combine. Like, he was exceptional during this offseason process. And you know how NFL teams are. We want to talk about the process. They want to talk about how do you perform, right? How do you perform against top level competition, especially at these events where there's going to be hundreds of NFL scouts and executives and directors. And Quentin Mitchell did not do anything. He was exceptional. And so you have that. And so I think worst case scenario, Terrion's a CB2, and I don't think anything beyond it. I got him going to Philly. I think the Philadelphia Eagles will go to him, he'll go to Philly, but he'll definitely be a first-round pick. I don't think he did anything to hurt his first-round status. Probably just the case where Quentin Mitchell Quentin Mitchell is probably just going to be a CB1, and CB2 is probably just going to be Terrion Arnold from that aspect. Other players that I could think of that kind of helped their cases today. I thought Jermaine Burton had a good day. I thought Jermaine Burton had a really good day. He was awesome in the gauntlet drills. They had him run some variety routes. I thought he did a really good job adapting to quarterbacks. The quarterbacks that performed there were garbage, hot garbage. And I thought he did a good job adapting to a lot of these guys' throws. The corner routes were rough to watch. Some because, you had some receivers that were terrible running it, but then you had quarterbacks were just terrible at running the corner routes. And I thought Jermaine Burton did a really good job kind of adapting to it. I thought he was one of the cleanest route runners today at that combine. So I thought that his on the field possessions were great. He was one of the best receivers again in the gauntlet drill. Had a clean, again, 4.46. People thought he can run a sub 4.4. I thought he could too. I thought that would have really helped his case to push for that first round status. But he was just good. He was solid. Those criticisms of that he's not the best guy after the catch is always going to be there. There's going to be some criticism that his intermediate route tree isn't the best. That's just going to stick. And his junior tape with Bryce is probably it's one of the biggest criticisms. Like, Jermaine Burton he's heavily criticized by a lot of NFL teams, by these so-called NFL analysis, right? The Mel Kipers, Todd McShay's, the NFL Draft Networks, the Pro Football Networks, stuff like that. A lot of the people that work there, the ESPNs, NFL networks, they have their criticisms about Jermaine Burton that I think is just going to stick with. And it is what it is. Again, Jermaine Burton, the only thing he could have done was ran an excellent 40. And, if he would have ran a sub 4.4, that would have really helped his case, but it just didn't happen. He had a 4.46, which is just kind of average for a receiver. And so as far as that explosive, deep threat, type of speed, they didn't really see it that much of the combine. It's not a bad 40, but it wasn't a great 40 in a way, if that makes sense. How did Jace do? I thought Jace did fine. Jace measurables were really nice. His bench press was top 10 of running backs, I believe. I could be wrong. Definitely correct me on that. But his measurables were nice. I don't think he ran the 40. Again, somebody can correct me. But Jace is a day 3 guy. Like he's a day 3 guy. He's a 4th to 5th round pick. That's where I kind of see him going. I don't think he did anything. Again, I think the pro day is going to be the best opportunity for Jace to kind of showcase it. I think pro day is going to be the best opportunity for him to move stock a little bit. But I think for now, he's a day 3 guy. I think he's a 4th to 5th round pick. Oh, okay. We got a question real quick. Let's see. Carla and Bailey say, "Hey, Coach Jay, sorry I typed the whole other name earlier. I have no clue where that came from." Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, Carla, you're good. You're good, Carla. You're always good with me. Yeah, Larry. I mean, I got him as a 4th rounder. Justin Agbogbi, same thing. I got Justin Agbogbi. I got him as a 4th to 5th round pick. Justin's tape is going to stand out. His tape is going to stand out. He had a phenomenal tape, especially when he was playing a lot more as a 3 technique guy. His tape is going to stand out. But the combine, as far as his measurables and his overall athleticism, as far as the 20-yard shuttles, the 3-cone drills, the 40-yard dash, it's not really going to help him. But the tape will. And so I think a team will take a chance. And typically for Alabama, like 3 tech guys, they normally fall around the 4th, 5th round anyway. And then all of a sudden they just have productive NFL careers. Like a Deshaun Han, a Quentin Dial, a Dabian Square. Dalvin Tomlinson was like a 3rd round pick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 3 tech players, they normally go late day 2, day 3 anyway, and they have 10 plus year careers in the NFL. So not shocked by really Justin Agbogbi. I think he's a day 3 guy. JC Latham, I didn't even really see him. His measurables were great. Fantastic. And I think that's going to help his case. But unfortunately, this is a deep tackle class, guys. I mean, you got guys like Troy, you got Troy Fautanu, you got Talisi Fuega, who was fantastic. Amarius Mims from Georgia, James Roberts, he can attest to it. I mean, he came in at 6'8", 340. And like he had little experience this year for Georgia, but man, that upside is unreal. So a team is going to take a chance on him. However, I will say this: JC Latham, as far as where he can go, he's either going to the Chargers at 5, the Raiders at 15, or he's probably going to the Dolphins. That's my 3 top choices. But he can go from 5 all the way to probably 22 or 23 teams that desperately need tackles. That's where I see JC Latham going. He's got a lot of competition. And it's not really that much of a bad thing because that's just how good this tackle class is. But JC Latham, he needs a pro day. Like if he wants to be a certified, okay, yes, I'm a right tackle, but I also have the tools to play at left tackle. You see my measurables. I got the physical tools to play at left tackle. Now let me show you during my pro day that I can play it. And that's working on his kick slide because the kick slide is sluggish on the left side. It can be a little sluggish at times. And when you're going against speed rushers, you got to have that kick slide. That's got to be well there. His hand placement's there, but that kick slide sometimes can be a little sluggish. And when you're going against like Von Millers, Brian Burns, TJ, you're going against actual speed rushers, you got to get that fixed down, especially if you're going to play on the left side. Now, the Chargers, they need a right tackle because left tackle is Rashawn Slater. If you can get JC Latham at right tackle, a pure right guy there who's got the measurables, he's got the size, the athleticism, great. Especially because the offensive line scheme is very similar to what Jim Harbaugh and Arthur Smith, they're going to bring over. So that'd be great. So he can go anywhere from 5 all the way to like 22 or 23. But if he wants to be a certified top 10 guy, he's gotta show a lot of pro scouts that yes, I can play that left tackle position. Right tackle, me all day. Left tackle, these are the things that that I've worked on in order to show you guys that I can play on that left side. Yeah, Dolphins could really use him. Yeah, Janet, you are 100% right around the money because Tua needs protection, right? If you're gonna keep Tua, then guess what? You can't go into an offseason where you don't have Connor Williams, you don't have Robert Hunt, and then you don't have Teron Armstead. Like that just can't happen. And if Teron Armstead, who's their blindside, who's that blindside guy, and here's the crazy part because Tua's a lefty. So the blindside guy, they had to move Armstead, who normally plays left tackle, they had to move him to right side to protect the blind side for Tua. J.C. Latham plays that right tackle, so he can immediately protect that blind side from Tua because he plays at the right side of the offensive line. So yeah, Janet, you're right on the money on that. He can definitely play at right tackle. He can definitely play there for Miami. He definitely play there. But I guess for pro days, as far as what pro days will come, as far as who can make their improvements, who can make the changes. Again, I think Terran Arnold at this point, I think it's kind of solidified that Quentin Mitchell's the CB1. Jace McKellen could have a great pro day. Justin Bobby can have a great pro day. Will Reichert's gonna kick. Like Will Reichert, like he was there, but he didn't even really do that much. He's gonna kick a lot more. A lot more people can see how he does, and he can have that opportunity to go ahead and make field goals. Yeah, Janet, you got it. Tua needs that protection. J.C. Latham, like I said earlier, he needs to work on that left side at the pro day, and if he can improve on that kicks on that kick, then that could be good. But other than that, for the most part, guys, like I said, I think Alabama, I think their players, as far as being solidified for draft picks, I think it's going to be there. At this point, you just got to go through the pro day process, and then April 26th in Detroit, which I actually might go. I actually might go to Detroit. I might go to the draft. But yeah, besides that, I think at this point everything is kind of solidified. Armstead plays a left tackle when healthy, right tackle. Okay, Austin Jackson. Okay, so Austin Jackson really has. So Austin Jackson has the. He has. Okay. Hey, yep. Okay. So yeah. So Matt got me with that. So Austin Jackson is the blindside guy. And Austin Jackson, I don't know if Austin Jackson's status, but still, you can still bring in a J.C. Latham. And if Austin Jackson's still there, you can try to flip him to left tackle. Teran Armstead potentially retires. You can have J.C. Latham, who's a J.C. Latham, play up that right side. There still are situations where you can still use another tackle and you can still upgrade that position for Tua in order to try to get him some protection, of course. Dallas Turner and Terran Arnold will be top 15 picks. Potentially, I think Dallas Turner would definitely be a top 10 pick. It's just, man, Quentin Mitchell, just his stock and the way teams, it's going to be hard, man, for two corners to go in the top 15, especially when you got all these tackles. Like, you got teams desperately looking for tackles. Again, let's be honest, NFL franchises are stupid, right? J.J. McCarthy's probably going to be a top 12 pick. Bo Nix could slide, And then you got Jaden Daniels and Drake May, and then Caleb Williams you have to consider. There's Rome, there's Marvin Harrison, there's Jared Verse, there's Latu. Like, you got a bunch of dudes that can fight for top 15 consideration. And I feel like that 4.51 that he ran kind of hurt his chance to being there a little bit, if that makes sense. Yeah, Carla. Yeah, that's where I got him, Carla. That's where I got him. I got him going. I got him going to Philly. I think Philly would be a perfect fit. But next topic we're going to move on, guys, is tackle a major issue. For Alabama? Man, this is an interesting one. Last year, let's be honest, we all can agree. Last year, everyone thought that left tackle was probably going to be a problem. Caden Proctor, yes, was going to be the guy. Everyone saw the spring game, and we saw how Elijah Pritchard just got his ass kicked. I mean, he just got whipped left and right, back and forth, up and down, side to side. He got his ass kicked all over the place. And we all kind of said, okay, if Caden Proctor's not the starter, we are screwed at left tackle. And Caden Proctor had a great spring, kind of deal with the second team, but he wasn't ready. Right? Caden Proctor dealt with his struggles, and it took him a while. He was a really good run. He was a really good run blocker. Right? He was a really good run blocker. We actually had to change a little bit of the blocking scheme a little bit to kind of compensate for Caden Proctor. Obviously, we had to fix it up by including Jaden Roberts in there for Darren Dalcourt. But man, I mean, Caden Proctor wasn't ready. I mean, he was getting whipped by Landon freaking Jackson, who's going to go undrafted. Landon Jackson's not going to get drafted, guys. Like, you let Landon Jackson have 2.5 sacks, 5 tackles lost. I mean, it was embarrassing. But I can't really even blame Caden Proctor because, honestly, we didn't have any depth. And if J.C. Latham went down, we were screwed. If Caden Proctor went down, despite the criticism and despite the fact that he struggled, we would have been screwed because I don't think Pritchett would have been that much better. So now all of a sudden we're going into a situation where you lose Proctor, you lose Latham, and now you have a lot of young dudes. You got Formby, you got Olis, you got Pritchett. You got a lot of young talent. Like you got like McVay is still there. You got a lot of young talent. You got a lot of players that just don't have the playing experience to play at the tackle role. And so, is this going to be a cause for concern? Is this going to be a cause for concern? Because we all knew that it was going to be an issue, was going to be a problem, and that Caden Proctor was going to have his struggles, and it happened. It came to fruition. Well, now that they're gone, even though we have a scheme that I think will help our offensive line, I think Tommy Reed's scheme didn't really help the offensive line that much. Now, Tommy Reed's, I got to give him some credit because he adapted a lot of the blocking. He adapted a little bit of the blocking schemes up to really help guys like Proctor. He made changes such as bringing in a Jaden Roberts into the fold. But the tackle situation has to get better. It's got to get better. And you don't really have that much experience. You do have the physical intangibles because Formsby 6'7", McVay 6'6", Olis is 6'5". You got the measurables, the physical intangibles, but you have guys that have the mental capacity and the overall technique at that tackle spot to handle it. Because the SEC is bigger, stronger, faster, especially faster and more technical as far as producing first round quality type guys, right? So is tackle really going to be that much? Is it going to be an issue, right? Is it going to be an issue? I still think that you move Booker and Jaden, and then you can have both the tackle. Yeah, Tyler Booker, he did play at tackle at IMG Academy. He was a right tackle, actually, and J.C. Latham. Here's the crazy part. J.C. Latham was a left tackle. I think J.C. Latham was a left tackle, and then Booker was the right tackle. I'm surprised we haven't really moved out Booker to right tackle. Now, that could be just because maybe Booker is just not – again, he's a grader. He's a guy that is just dominant in the interior. Maybe he doesn't really have the quickness and the overall, maybe he doesn't have the quickness and the footwork to play at a high level in college. Maybe he just doesn't really have it. If he does, then maybe you couldn't consider it. I think the spring game is I think workouts, as we watch more workouts, we get more highlights from Kyle and from Coach Boop, since they're going to be there. We can maybe get a good idea, but the spring game is going to tell us. The spring game is going to tell us all we need to know. That's one of the positions where you could clearly see, is that guy going to be ready to play at the next level? Is he going to be ready? Right? Yes, the scheme isn't going to be there. The scheme's not going to be fully there. Right? There's always going to be kinks to work on. But generally, for the most part, in spring games, you're going 100%. They're going, everyone's going 100%. Though, that physicality, those engagements, those are real. Despite it even being a scrimmage, it still is real. And you could generally have a good idea who is going to be playing at tackle and who's going to be playing on guard, who's going to be playing at center. It's going to give you a good view of visualization of what you could see moving on to fall. So honestly, I'll be honest, because like there's no answers. Like I have no idea, just because we all knew the situation for last year, and at least we knew that, okay, you have a 5-star in Caden Proctor, number 1 tackle, that is there for the taking. But we don't have that this year. Right? We just don't have it. I'm more worried about left tackle than the vacancy at corner. Exactly. And that's kind of what I'm a little worried. And that's kind of what I'm worried about. That's a good point. That's a very, very good point, Jeremiah. That's a very, very good point, Jermaine. I'm more worried about the tackle vacancy only because we've seen what happens when we don't really have it, we don't really have it at the position. Like that scares me to death. I'm actually more worried about that than corner because we have to recognize that with the 4-2-5 scheme, and we're going to translate to it a little bit, but with the scheme that we're going to be running a little bit, there's teaching moments, right? It's a much more teachable position than at tackle. It's much more teachable. It's much more, a little bit more coachable, right? Now, of course, tackle, there's technique, but athleticism, skill, like, that has to translate at some point. And it's kind of one of those positions where I think you either have it or you don't got it. And I don't know. It's like if Pritchett starts, if Forsby starts, if McVay starts, if Olis starts, how is that going to make me more confident? I don't know. So that's just kind of a question that I just kind of put out there. That's just something that kind of has been bothering me for like the last 2 to 3 days is what the hell are we going to do at tackle if spring game is not going to be a good situation? Like I like 2 years in a row, we've seen edge rushers absolutely bully the crap out of the tackles. And we're thinking to ourselves, okay, these defenses are going to be all-time great because if our tackles are getting bullied, then that means that this defense is going to be unreal. And then, yeah, 1 year it was, the other year it wasn't. And so I would rather see our tackles stonewall edge rushers compared to the opposite going around. I miss Alex Weather. Yeah. And here's the crazy part. Remember when everybody was criticizing Jedrick Wills because of all the false start calls he had at Clemson? Like everybody killed Jedrick because of the false starts he made at Clemson. But yeah, people gonna appreciate him now. Yeah, I miss those days. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. The last couple years have kind of been a little rough at tackle. I mean, of course we have J.C. Latham, but J.C. might be the last great one. Like we may have especially for this year, we may actually have some vacancy there. Man. But third point we're going to get into, we're going to talk about the 4-2-5 a little bit. We're going to talk about will this defensive scheme, now that it's going to be the more base primary, are we going to have a nice transition, right? Are we going to have that smooth transition? And how well is this defense going to be, right? Is this going to be a top 10 defense? Is this going to be a top 15 defense? Are we going to be in the same rank that we were last year, which was like around 22nd, top 25? Are we going to backtrack? Interesting, right? Of course, we have different things. We have Wolf, we have Rover. Like we have different names compared to what we had last year, compared to what we had in previous times, especially with Saban's defense a little bit. You can expect more cover three. You could expect some single highs here and there. Right, swarm defense. Matt Womack, kind of puts a lot more together, and I'm going to go a lot more over that. Hopefully I can do that with one of the coaches one day. But I'm going to go full in depth of that. That actually might be the entire segment, just be talking about it. But as far as how well can this translate, it's going to be an interesting position because obviously players are going to have to move. Right, it's going to be a lot different compared to what we ran with Saban and Kevin Steele and Pete Golding and Kirby and the past defense coordinators that we have. Right, obviously, you look at a guy like LT Overton. He's probably going to he's playing in a different position. Right, he's not going to be playing as a full edge. right? Because you got guys like Keon Keeley, who actually kind of, I think he ran a little bit more 4.25 when he was in Tampa. You have guys like Keeley, you have guys like Quay Rousseau, Wanze Pierre. Like you have a lot more kind of pure edge rushers that are going to be out wide. LT Overton is more of an inside guy, right? He's more of a 5 guy. And LT Overton, again, remember at Texas A&M, he was 285 pounds going in. They dropped him down to 260 just for him to play as a full edge instead of moving him to the inside. Didn't really work out for him. And obviously, I think, was able to transfer to Alabama because the scheme fit at the time, which was running a lot more than that 3-4. A lot of that defense that we ran was, for the most part, fitting to what LV Overton was able to do. Well, now that we're going more into the 4.25, he's probably going to be sliding a little more inside with Latham potentially being his backup. Jaheim Otis and Tim Keenan, I've talked about them in this past. I think that these are players that can excel under the scheme. Keon Keeley, much more fit for him in this defense, where you can definitely widen him out a lot more. I think this can fit him a lot more, especially with that swarm defense and a lot of the stunts that we'll be doing with the defensive line. I think Keon Keeley is a player to kind of look out for. Edge rusher, again, we got a lot of young guys, a lot of young dudes. It doesn't really even make that much sense. It's a lot of young dudes that's going to be playing there and battling because it hasn't been fully secured yet, but it is there. It is there to be had, and I cannot wait to see it because, man, you're going to see guys in much more natural roles, much more natural fits compared to what we had last year that I think could excel. And I can't wait to really see that. It's going to be interesting to see the rotation, right? Guys like James Smith, how is he going to be incorporated? Where is he potentially going to be playing at a little bit more? James Smith, another guy that I think he's on the come up, right? Looking at him, seeing how he can maybe, how he can make that transition as well. And then, of course, at linebacker, right? Obviously, at linebacker, right? It's going to be right. The linebackers, they're going to be playing a lot more in space. They're going to be playing a lot more in space. Deontay Laws and Jahad Campbell. Quindarius Robinson should be featured a lot more into the defense. What happens with a Jeremiah Alexander, right? Here's kind of my question. I'm very interested to see this. Do you bulk up Jeremiah Alexander? Do you slide him inside? Is there a potential that you kind of slide him to that LT role? Is there a chance where he goes back to playing as a natural kind of edge player? And he becomes maybe not more of a pure edge rusher, but more of an edge setter. Do you keep him as an inside linebacker and just have him play in space, right? That's going to be one of the things that's interesting. But you also have, some other players there, like a Jefferson, right? Where Jefferson, guy who can definitely play in space. Very, very rangy player. I think Jefferson's a guy that can excel under this defensive scheme, but how does he fit in the rotation? And then the secondary, of course, big questions there as far as what happens in your secondary. What happens there in your secondary? What kind of happens there? What's going to happen as far as your two outside guys? Of course, you got Damani Jackson. You have a Devontae Smith who can fight for one of those roles. Obviously, you have a Malachi Moore. But what about some of your young guys like a Xavier Brown and Peyton Woodyard? You have a lot more younger guys kind of coming into the fold that is going to be interesting to kind of see what happens. A lot of young guys, a lot more coming into the fold. Can't really wait to kind of see it. But it is going to be a transitional period a little bit. It's not going to be a huge transitional because we actually included this defense into our defensive scheme last year. So it's not a big transition. But obviously, the different roles, different kind of responsibilities, right? It is going to be a little bit different, especially when you're coming a guy like Kane Womack, who's going to be into the fold coming from South Alabama. And you're talking about a guy that does have a lot of experience coaching. He has pretty much a family tree in the SEC, so he understands what it takes. He understands what it takes to put players in the right positions, the right situations. We saw the improvement from South Alabama's defense compared to when he wasn't there, compared to when he was there. And now working with a larger coaching pool, it's going to be very interesting to see how that's going to make the transition. It's going to be interesting to see how everything's going to fit, how everything's going to work. Defensively, guys, it's young. It's way younger than their offensive side of the ball. Way younger. a lot more transfers, a lot more kind of, I'm not going to say inexperience, but in a way, players that we're just not going to be familiar with. And yeah, it's going to be one of the youngest Bama defenses that we've probably ever had. And I'm excited for it because we're now kind of turning into the page, and we're now kind of starting in an era where there's going to be so much youth and so much more youth. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. We're talking about Brussels sprouts and ice cream. I don't know, man. Some of you guys in the chat, man. I mean, one day was sugar bacon. All of a sudden now we're talking about Brussels sprouts. We got Brussels sprouts, ice cream. What is happening here? Baby cabbage. Man, we're just going nuts. We're going crazy. But let me see okay, now let me catch up because I think I've kind of caught up with everything. Yeah, we got Brussels sprouts, baby cabbage, ice cream. Someone's talking about chitlins. Who the chitlins? Mustard greens. Good Lord. No, you're good, man. You're good. You're good, man. Man, is the men's team? Are they playing right now? Smook was on his. Oh my God, I won't be surprised. What restaurant? What restaurant was he in? Oh yeah, they are. What's the? Can we get a score? Can we get a score update? Anybody got a score update with the men's? Because we got to make we got to rebound. We got to rebound. We got to have a rebound. Oh crap! Speaking of that, I'm glad somebody kind of talked about men's basketball. This is something I gotta talk with everybody about this. But since March Madness is coming around the corner, I was hoping. Yeah. So one of the things that I was really hoping that we can all do, and I think I'll just kind of talk about with the rest of the group about it. I was hoping that we all can do like a March Madness bracket. Just do a bracket for fun. Just do like a big bracket. March Madness is around the corner. I participate in every single year. I'm always in the freaking Elite Eight every single year. I study for hundreds of hours, and I'm always in the damn Elite Eight every single year, man. And I always lose. I'm this close to getting a perfect bracket. I never can get it. So, but yeah, that's one thing I got to probably get more detail about the coaches and everybody on the team. But yeah, I thought about having just a bracket. Everybody can join, have a good time. Bama losing 31-23. Who are they playing? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Dude, hold on. I'll say we're not gonna have back-to-back losses. Let me see what the hell is going on here. What's going on here? Who are we losing to? Florida. Are we playing? And we're at home. Oh boy, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll probably talk about this. I will definitely talk about this. I don't think this team is gonna go far in the tournament. Man, it's just something missing with these teams. It's something with these teams, and we've had great teams. Last year's team was number 1 in the country going into the game, going into the tournament. It's something about these teams, which. They're good. They're really freaking good. A lot better compared to what we had in the past. But it's just something about these teams, man, that we get into like the sweet, like we can't get past the Sweet 16. Like we just will hit a stump. It's something about them, man, that we just can't get over the hump in these situations. It's just We need a big. Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of a good point. We really haven't had a big man that's been dominant in the interior. Like we've had 7 foot. I mean, last year we had a 7 foot guy. We had Biako, who was 7 feet tall, but we don't have. We've never really had a big interior guy that could just dominate the paint. We never really had anybody that was kind of more of a rim protector, right? We've had big guys, or big guys that can simply just shoot. And no, I'm not going to count Grant Nelson. I don't count Grant Nelson as a big guy. Grant Nelson plays soft. Grant Nelson is 6'9", 230 pounds. He plays like he's 170. I don't count Grant Nelson. Like, we just don't really have those big guys that are just dominant in the paint. Stretch bigs that we don't really have the stretch bigs. It's just, man, yeah, it's kind of a point. It's kind of a point there. It's like they want to be Splash Bros. Now, to be fair though, that's what Nate Oates was at Buffalo, right? When he coached at Buffalo, this is the team that he had. The exact sort of play style. It was live by the three, die by the three. But the difference is, when Nate Oates was in Buffalo and we had those teams that were constantly going to tournaments, we had a big man. We had a big man who was 6'8", 250, who controlled the paint. He was a rebounding beast. And then we had guys like Joe Harris and Steven Nell. Like, we had all these, like, we had our guards that were perimeter shooters, but we had at least one guy that was controlling the paint area. We haven't really had that at Alabama. Our best rim protector arguably was freaking Herbert Jones. Like, Herbert Jones might have been the best rim protector we've had since Nate Oates was here. And second might have been Brandon freaking Miller, as far as him at least controlling, or at least kind of controlling the interior area. I'm sick of it, man. But that is kind of getting tiring. It's like, dude, we're always going to have shooters. We're always going to be top 10 in the nation, and we're always going to be top 25 in the nation in three-point shooting and three-point percentage and efficiency. They're always going to be there, right? Defensively, it's kind of hit and miss. Some years we crap. Some years will be very, very good if we can have the players that Nate Oates has. We're always going to have we're always going to have solid wing defenders or players that can play beyond the wing offensively. Right? We always can play the pick and roll nice. But as far as just controlling the interior, controlling the paint, God, do we suck. God, do we suck, man. So, I don't know. It's like we're missing a few key ingredients here and there, and we're so close from being because let's be honest, if we win the SEC, I'll be honest, I kind of don't care if we win the SEC. I want to win the damn national championship. Give me a national championship. And to go far in March Madness, you got to have it. You got to have the right team. You got to have the right team. And when we got our ass kicked by Texas Tech, what happened? Why did we lose to Texas Tech? Because we didn't shoot well from the freaking perimeter. Brandon Miller got locked up and he shot poorly that game. But we got dominated in the paint. If we go against any elite defensive teams, we are going to lose. We're going to lose, because if we can't hit the shots, then it's a wrap. We don't really have a second defense. We lose that area from our game, it's over. So I don't know but that's what it's been for the last 3 to 4 years. It's you live by the three and you die by the damn three, and I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it, man. Most big men are foreigners. Well, do something, man. Go to Slovakia. Go to Ethiopia. Go to Tanzania. Go to Africa, damn it. Like, you got go to Tanzania, Ghana. Yeah, all those big men, all those 6'11", 7-foot Zulu warriors, all of them are down there waiting for an opportunity. Get one of them. Bring them to Alabama. Or go to Slovakia, Lithuania. I can't pronounce the name right. Serbia, where Nikola Jokic came from. Go to Paris, where Victor Wembanyama and his brother's the plan in Paris. Do something. Because I can't keep not having a damn big man. Like, we never can have. Why can't we are the only SEC school that's a good program that doesn't have a damn good big man? Yeah, man. Like, you got all these schools. Florida State for 5-6 years when they were in tournaments, they were always the best team in the tournament as far as when it came to their front court. Why? Because they kept getting players from freaking Africa. Why don't we do that? Why don't we go to Africa and go ahead and recruit players that are in basketball programs? We don't do that. I'm tired of that, man. I'm tired of us going into the tournament without having our best big man is Grant Nelson. who doesn't even play like a big man. He plays like he's a perimeter guard. I'm sick of it, man. And that's why when we lose, and that's why if this team loses in the tournament, we're gonna go look back. We're gonna say, well, how in the hell did we lose? And we're gonna take a look and say, oh, well, that's why we didn't shoot well from the perimeter. We're inefficient. We got out rebounded. Like how every loss we've had, we've always got out rebounded. Why? Because we don't have a big man that can control the front court. Every single time, man. Tired of it. Just no booty warriors. Good God, man. Good have to recruit worldwide. Yes, yeah, exactly. Like basketball, man. Like this is no longer the case, man. You're not gonna have a situation, and even hell, like remember when Florida, when they won back-to-back championships, who was a key contributor for their team? Al Horford. Where did Al Horford come from? The Dominican Republic. The Florida Gators went down to the Dominican Republic to go ahead and get a big man to control the front court and play alongside Noah. Why can't we do that? Why can't we go to the Dominican Republic, the Bahamas, Puerto Rico? Why can't we go over there and get foreign big man? We are the only school that won't get a big man not from the United States. I'm tired of it. Every other school, man, has one that's not from here. Tired of it. I'm tired of going out there and just getting FCS players. We don't need FCS players. Like I like Estrada, I like Grant Nelson, but I don't. But I'm gonna be honest. Like let's get somebody from Europe. Let's get somebody from Australia. Give me a Walker Kessler. Right. Al Horford from freaking Dominican Republic. They just went in there to Dominican Republic, got Al Horford, played alongside Noah, and they became two-time national champions. Give me somebody not from the goddamn United States. How about that? Florida got the 11-point lead. Jesus, man. Because we cheat. Well, stop being cheap, man. Oh gosh, man. We won't upgrade the Melmore facility. That facility is falling apart. We won't upgrade that. God, man. We haven't. We got one of the best coaches in basketball. Man. Right, exactly. Do something. Do something. Guess what? These New York City parks, guess what they got? Dominicans. Go to Brooklyn. Go to the Bronx. Do something. Tired of it, man. I'm tired. I'm tired of being the only good SEC team that doesn't have a player not from the United States, man. Every other team has one. Zach Edey, not from the Zach Edey. Walker Kessler, and of course, Walker Kessler was just a freak athlete. That dude was 7 feet tall, long wingspan from Auburn, and he was just blocking shot after shot. It was ridiculous. But I'm just sick of it. Sick of it. We need to get it. I mean, we need to. Where's our Victor Wembanyama? Where's our Nikola Jokic? Are there no American big men? No, there's there. Of course, it is what it is. But yeah, it's like the best big men are in Europe. They're not from here anymore. I don't think we kind of control like the landscape of big men. They're no longer here. It's like of course, perimeter guards, like guards, wing players, United States all day. But the best big men they're in Europe. They're in Europe. They're not from here. They're in Europe, Africa. Australia is coming, like they have a program full of big men that is going to make a transition to the NBA in 2 to 3 years. Like it's the world, man, has kind of caught up to the United States in basketball. They've caught up, and we don't. And as a program like Alabama, we're not adapting. We're not adapting. 9-point lead going into the half. Get Johnny from the Bronx. Get somebody, man. Somebody. Like you ever go to the Bronx or Brooklyn and you go to that side, man, where all the Dominicans are, man, and they're playing Aventura, they're playing Daddy Yankee, they're playing they're playing Azuna, they're playing all this crap. Go there. That's who's producing the basketball players. Do something. Our big man want to be on TikTok. Yes, he is. That's it too. Social media. Because our bigs want to be flashing instead of getting dirty in the paint. And that's what it's been the last 3 years. The most kind of the grittiest player we've had in 5 years was Herbert Jones, man. That's our best big man. Was Herbert freaking Jones, who's more of a wing player than a freaking interior player. But that's our best perimeter. That's our best player. Was Herbert Jones. Oh boy, man. Millennial big boys. Good God. Good God, man. Let me take a look at the box score. I need to see what's going on. What's happening here? What is happening? How many rebounds we got? 20 rebounds. Why are we losing? Because we're shooting 10% from the three-point line. That's why we're losing. Now I see it. 10%? Who's taking all the shots? Grant Nelson, 0 for 3. Mark Sears, 0 for 1. Stevenson, 0 for 1. Estrada, 0 for 1. Walters, 0 for 1. We're shooting 10% from the three-point line. And then you wonder why we can't win. This is why we don't win. We live by the three and we die by the three. What's their three-point percentage? They're 3 for 9, but you know what the difference is? They only took 3 shots. They took 3 shots from the three-point line. We took freaking 10. Why are we taking 10 shots from the three-point line? And we only hit 1. How many assists we got? 3 assists in the first half. 3 assists in the first half. What's our efficiency? 45%, 48%. Get this out of my face. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about with Coach Nate Oates and this team's philosophy. This is why when we lose in the damn tournament, we're gonna be looking at I know how this is gonna work. I know how this is going to work. We are going to live by the three, or we're gonna die by it because we pretend to have these efficient stretch bigs. We pretend to have these phenomenal perimeter three-point shooters, and we never dominate in the paint. We never dominate on the front court. We never do it. I'm sick of it. This is why we lose. 1 for 10 from the three-point line. I knew it. And I knew it. I knew it. I had to check. I had to look. That's the first stat I had to look at was three-point line. Oh, good God, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, Coach Moo. I mean, come on, man. I mean, this is crazy, man. But this is Nate Oates. This is what he was at Buffalo, and I saw it live. This is what he was at Buffalo. This is what he is now at Alabama. This is just what he is. This is what he is. The only difference between Buffalo and Alabama was that at least in Buffalo, he had one person that was at least dominating the front court. He had one dude that was doing it. Everybody else was pretty much controlling the perimeter or the perimeter or the outside wing. That's the difference. In the 5 years that Nate Oates has coached here, we have never, ever had one dude that could control the paint. Not one. This is what I'm saying, man. And then when you take a look at how cheap we actually are, as far as not getting players, not from the United States, not going to the Dominican Republic, not going to Africa, not going to the other places like Sweden and Paris and Czechoslovakia, all these other locations that everybody else is going towards, and then you wonder why we don't win when it matters most. No paint presence. There's no paint presence. Okay. Oh boy. God, man. 1 for 10 from the 3-point line. Oh boy, man. We just live by the 3 and we die by it. What's going on, Coach Sean?
What's up, Coach Jay? How you doing, man? What's good
I was
with
doing
you?
well. I was doing well, man, until I found out that this team was playing, and all of a sudden I see that they're losing 35-44, man.
Alabama losing to Florida?
Yeah, because we can't shoot well from the 3-point line. We live by it and we die by it. You know, this is how it goes. This is how we lost. This is how we lost to Tennessee. This is how we lost. This is pretty much how we lost to Arizona and the other school games, because we just don't shoot well from the 3-point line. We just live by it and die by it. No paint presence.
No paint
Can't control
presence.
the interior. Nope.
All facts, man. No paint presence, no bigs. No threat in the paint whatsoever, bro.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. I'm sick of it. And I know when we get to the tournament, I know that this is going to happen. We are going to face a team that has bigs that are going to dominate, or we're going to go in against a really good defensive team that knows how to defend the perimeter. I know it. It happens. This is how we got obliterated by Texas Tech. We should have went to that was our year to win a national championship, and we couldn't do it because we went up against the wall like Texas Tech. We had no business losing that game, but we did because we had no freaking. They shut us down on the perimeter presence, and then Brandon Miller couldn't really make shots because they locked him down. And because they locked him down in the mid-range area, no centers couldn't do it. It was just
What's the score? You know the score?
35-44.
Damn, for real?
Yep.
Yeah, man. I thought we beat Florida the first time on some humbug stuff. You know the truth.
Yeah.
It seemed like anyway. When at Bama, when we barely beat them, then we barely beat Florida.
Yeah, I think we won by like 1 or 2 points.
Yeah,
Took it to overtime to beat them.
yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Until we get some big men, bro, that can actually handle. Because listen, man, in the tournament, you ain't got to face no other high quality team. You can face a small school. They got good big men, and they'll get your ass up out of there. You'll be out of there in the first round.
Yep.
That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact.
Texas Tech. They weren't ranked the entire year. They were outside the top 25, and as soon as we went up against them, we got our ass kicked because that was an elite defensive squad. That was an elite defensive squad. We really weren't great. We weren't really a great 3-point shooting team. We were a solid all-around team, but that was a game where we just shot from 3 all day, relied on Brandon Miller, no paint presence, and we got destroyed.
Yeah.
We got destroyed.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. When the 3 ball is falling, everything is all good. When the 3 ball is not falling and we're not giving anything in the presence in the paint area, we always end up losing, man, especially on the road. It's crazy, man. How you been though, Coach Jay?
I've been all right. I've been all right, man. Just chilling, just chilling, checking out some things. I've been looking at the portal. Like the last couple of days. Things are really heating up from what I've heard.
Yeah.
I had a couple people kind of hit me up, telling me to keep an eye on a few players. April 20th, man, is coming. I've marked that down on my calendar. Every time I go to my fridge, man, I got a note right on the fridge. April
what
20th.
You call it, Jay? The Holocaust?
It's Judgment Day, man.
Yeah, guys, it's crazy.
It's Judgment Day.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be really good for us. Really, really, really good for us. I'm excited about it, and I hope all the fans are excited about it because it's gonna be kids trying to make their way here, Coach Jay.
Yep.
It's gonna be kids trying to make their way here, man.
It's a lot of West Coast kids. So many West Coast kids, man, from the California, the South LA sort of area. There's I have a cousin. He actually goes to St. John Bosco. I had a couple of them actually. One of them. I actually, my first time seeing Bryce in action was one of them was he played on the football team. His little brother now is at St. John Bosco too, so he's on the JV basketball team. But he's told me, man. He says, listen, he says he's an Alabama fan. He told me, man, he says, listen, there's a lot of kids that have heard about Killing the Boar. They know they know about him. They've been in contact. Courtney Morgan's been doing his thing. Man, it's about to be wild. Payne Woodyard also is kind of doing his own thing too, man. He's contributing as well, man. It's gonna be. I don't think people realize how crazy it's gonna be as far as recruiting wise. It's gonna be nuts. Man,
you got family out there.
Yeah,
that's what's up. Yeah, man, that's good stuff. I can't wait either, man, because I know for a fact, dude. A lot of people don't know this, but Bama is actually having to tell kids, not know, but they're actually having to tell kids to hold on about the spades. It's kids that want to come, man. It's kids that want to come. That's a whole fact. So I'm really excited about that as well, my brother. All the way live. You know what I'm saying? You see Smook. I saw Smook at the press conference, man. That was good stuff. Yep. That was good stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm proud of him, man. Smook, Coach Smook. Yeah, he's come a long way, man. He's come a long way. We've all had conversations as far as what we want to do for this platform, and man, Coach Smook, he has come a long way, man.
Yeah, man, that's good stuff. Proud of him, man. Doing this thing. That's what the interview stuff really ain't my thing, but Smook is good at that kind of thing, man. He talk to people. I just like talking football. Give me the X's and O's, the 4-2s, 3-4s, 3-3-5s. Give me that, right? I let him do the interviews, man. He really, really good at that. You know what I mean? I was real happy to see him there with Kyle. That's good stuff, man. That prayer work, man. You know what I mean? So I'm real proud of Cuz for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, but Sean, let me get out of your hair. I'm gonna let you kind of get into it. I'll be in the chat watching this atrocity of a basketball game. And I'll catch you guys later.
All right, Coach Jay, you much appreciated, my brother. I'll be tapping in with you, man. For sure. Shout out to Coach Jay, man. He always do an absolute great job. Love Coach Jay up in here. I love, listening to Coach Jay. I've always had a great respect for Coach Jay and what he brings to the table, man. When I first talked to Coach Jay for the first time, I really enjoyed what Coach Jay brought. I really enjoyed the stuff he had to say. It just clicked well with me. For sure. So let me shout out to the undefeated, man. Shout out to my undefeated. See what you guys up to. See who in here. See what's cracking with you guys. See how you doing tonight, right? Let me start with my girl Carla M. Bailey. What's up, Carla? How you feeling, Carla? John M. What's up, John M? How you doing, man? P. Foster 357. What's up, P. Foster? Sean Williams in the house. What up, Sean? How you doing, man? Dr. 334 is in the house. What's up, Doctor? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. Tim Nolan is in the house. What's up, Tim? Roll Tide, bro. Shout out to Jared. You feel me? Jared, what that light look like now, man? My little face ain't all dark as it was, right? You know what I mean? A little bit better. Little bit better, right, Jared? Shout out to Kimberly Harmon. Shout out to Kimberly, man. How you doing, Kimberly? Really glad you up in here. Really glad to see you up in here for sure. James Richards. What's up, James? Shout out to the University of Georgia and James Richards. Good you up in here, James. I appreciate you, bro. Kareem Hood 40 is up in here. What up, Kareem? How you doing, man? Janet Forsyth is in here. What's up, Janet? Roll Tide to you and your family. Hope everything's going good. Hope you're having a great night for sure. Cynthia Middleton. What's up, Cynthia? How you doing? I'm really glad you in here. You know what I mean? Roll Tide to you and your family. Stephen Angle is in the house. Nicole Covington is in there. What's up, Stephen? How you doing, Stephen? How are you? Nicole, how are you? Hope you guys are doing great. You know what I'm saying? Glad you guys are up in here. Really appreciate you being up in here. Tapping in as usual. Steven Scuba. What's up, Steven? What Roll Tide to you, bro? Mickey Pate is in here. John M. Pure Gold 1000. What's up, Pure Gold? How you doing, man? Good to see you, bro. Glad you guys up in here, man. Coach J right there. Love Coach J's avatar, man. That's one of the best avatars ever, man, for sure. Love that, man. LaQuisha Gordon is in here. What's up, LaQuisha? How you doing, man? Good. Glad you up in here. I appreciate you. For sure, I appreciate you. Jared Janet Nos is here. Am I pronouncing that right? Nos, right? Shout out to you, bro. How you doing, man? Glad you up in here, man. For sure. Road Warrior already said Matt Farms. What's up, Matt Farms? How you doing, man? Road Warrior's already setting it off. Road Warrior, $1.99, $2 super chat. Roll Tide, Coach Sean. Roll Tide to you, Road Warrior. Man, good to see you, brother. Thank you for coming, man. Thank you for tapping in. Much appreciated, for sure. Kimberly, you already know, Kimberly. You already know how I feel, man. Thank you for that, Kimberly, for sure. I'm good, man. Blessed, Steven. Can't even complain. Could, but nobody gives a damn anyway, right? So might as well enjoy the good stuff and you know, let the bad stuff roll off your shoulders, man. Right? Jerry, you already know what it is, my friend. Stephen Angle, you already know. Larry Large, what's up, Larry? How you doing? Tim, know the Jag is in here. The ATL is in here. Shout out to Jag. Really appreciate you tapping in, Jag. Thank you. You know what I mean? My girl Janet, like I said. My girl Cynthia, like I said. We up in here, man. Kareem Hood is in here. We good, man. Sean Williams is in here. We blessed, man. So, how you guys doing in the undefeated? Glad you guys tapped in. Good to see you guys. Had a few little things on here. Thank you, T. Behind the scenes on the wheels of steel, if you will. Lady T, always doing her thing. Always make the graphics absolutely impeccable. Always doing great things, man. Love hearing her talk. Love her hearing her Kyle converse. You know what I mean? Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Lady T. Shout out to all the guys on staff. Everybody. You know what I mean? Real proud of everybody. Shout out to my brother Coach Smoot. Do a great job, man. Saw him in the interview. I almost teared up with him, man. You know what I mean? I'm really proud of that guy, man. You know what I mean? Really proud of him. You know what I mean? For sure. Kareem Hood 40. Setting it off again with the $5 super chat. Coach Sean, you talk that talk. Give it to us. Roll the tide. You already know, my brother Kareem. You already know how I go, man. It's truth in the details, man. And we can't deal with nothing but the truth, right? That's a whole fact, man. Shout out to you. Thank you, Kareem, for that $5 super chat. You are greatly appreciated. And that's from the whole staff, man. Thank you. Anything you guys do, we all appreciate it. You know, you guys are awesome. Much love to you all. Thank you, Kareem. OG himself, Jay Towns, is up here. What's up, Coach Sean? Roll Tide, brother. Roll Tide right back at you, OG. We appreciate you, Jay. How you feeling tonight, man? Hope everything going good with you. Hope everything great. Roll Tide to you and your family, man. Corey P say, what's up, Coach? Go A&M and roll. What you know, A&M for sure? What's up, man? Which Corey P is that? Is that the homeboy Corey P? Which Corey P is that? You know what I mean? What's up? Much love to you, Corey P. Which Corey P is that, bro? You know what I mean? That's the homie. It might be the homie. I don't know. I know a couple of Corys. You know what I mean? Roll Tide to you, bro. A&M, you already know, my friend. All love, man. You already know how I go, bro. You know what I mean? That's the home team. Sean Williams, you already know. Matt Farms, you already know. And the home girl, Janet and Kimberly, you already know. What's up, Corey Perry? Okay, Corey, I appreciate you, my friend. Much love to you, bro. AMU for life. You already know where it go, man. So check it out. Dabo Sweeney. Now, here's the thing. Oh, Pure Gold. That's what's up. All right. Michelle B. Much love to you. Much love to you. Go Bulldogs. You already know. You know what I mean? John M says, Coach, you need more emojis. One for wheels of steel. And proof is in the detail. Yeah, we gotta. I give Lady T. You know, I like Taylor. Taylor is absolutely awesome, right? She always had. When you guys see these wonderful graphics on screen, these wonderful graphics and these wonderful effects, that is Taylor. And by the way, I want to accept all credit for calling her Lady T first before anybody. I like to accept every bit of credit for that, right? Shout out to Lady T. Taylor is cool, but I know about 50,000 Taylors. So this Taylor's special. She's going to be Lady T, right? Lady T on the wheels of steel. Now, wheels of steel, some damn DJ booths, but you still, when you're the DJ, you control everything, right? The music, the volume, the everything. So Lady T is on the wheels of steel for this show. Everything that happens, she makes it great. Kyle made a great pick. Has great things. And Roll Tide to her and my brother Kyle as always. You already know what it is. So, Dabo. Nah, I like Dabo, man. I don't got nothing against Dabo, right? But sometimes, John Hill, sometimes, man, Dabo, sometimes Dabo, yeah, Cynthia, I was trying to find some good positive ways to say that. Sometimes Dabo should just probably be quiet and just do like Coach. He should really take a page from Coach Saban, right? Sometimes Dabo say things that actually don't make a lot of sense, right? It's almost like he lets his personal views get in the way of what's going on in college football, right? So Dabo Swinney, with the obviously the college football uh, playoff committee, the college football pattern that was suggested by the Big Ten and the SEC, that 3-3-2-2-1. We all know Dabo hates NIL. He's not going to tell you to, but he definitely does. Dabo thinks there's some serious problems with the current state of college football. Now, we can all agree he's right in that aspect. We got some issues going on with college football right now that definitely needs solving, right? We can all agree on that, right? I think even recruits will tell you that it's a lot of things going on in college football that didn't go on 5 years ago, right? So Dabo has been vocal about the transfer portal. He's been vocal about NIL. In fact, he offered some sobering thoughts on how college football has completely lost its way. Dabo was on record saying the best thing for coaches in this kind of world and where we are right now is for kids to be employees, right? And he said the worst thing in this world we're in right now, is for kids to be employees. Same answer, right? He also said that the 3-3-2-2-1 pattern was ridiculous. And I understand, I get it. If I was in the ACC, I probably would be saying the same thing. You want to clamor for your conference. You want to clamor for your conference to get more teams in the playoff. I get it. I'm not mad at you for your posturing. Not mad at that, right? You said what you were supposed to say. But here's the thing. The ACC, outside of Clemson of late, outside of Florida State having this year, has been utterly irrelevant, right? About 70% of your schools suck. They haven't been anywhere near the playoff, right? And your conference has not had a representative in the college football playoff since Clemson, if I'm not mistaken, right? Obviously, we know Florida State went undefeated. The quarterback gets hurt. The team is looked at differently. Whoop, whop, wham, right? He also added that he thinks NIL is awesome. He thinks that NIL is awesome. This is Dabo Swinney saying, this is his words. NIL is awesome. I really am for it, right? Sure you are, Dabo, right? He said, but we need to educate our young people in this society, which that's true. Nobody talks about the value of education anymore, which that's true. But you administrators don't talk about the value of education anymore, right? Hell, the teachers at the school don't talk about the value of education anymore. The college football playoff committee is made up of pure administrators. They don't value a college education anymore. If you did, you wouldn't have college kids playing 16 games, one game short of an NFL regular season. You know why you play 16 games? You know why you want to add more teams? Because it's more Benjamin Franklins. But don't talk to me about no college education when you got these kids playing 16 games with a damn history class on Monday morning. I don't want to hear that, right? So his solution is this. He thinks, I want you guys to listen to this. This is Dabo. This is a condescending way of saying what he wants to say behind the cloak of I care, right? This is a condescending way of saying that he don't give a damn about this under the cloak, the hidden curtain of, oh, I care, right? He said, Instead of giving kids money, he thinks retirement accounts should be started for everyone involved. 401ks. Here's the thing, Dabo. 401k is a great thing, right? We all can agree on that. It's a great, great thing. But here's the thing. These kids, most of them are 17 years old, the ones that are coming into college, right? Most of them, outside of having a summer job here or there, never had a real job in their entire life. A little McDonald's or Hardee's or Shoney's or raking leaves or something on the side, never had a 40-hour job in their life, obviously, because they're children, right? So when you say 401k, we all agree that a 401k for the future is absolutely awesome. But when you're 17 years old, come into college, and in exchange for my 401k money, you want to use my face, my likeness, or my name on something, and you get the benefit of an actual cash reward from it. In the neighborhood I grew up in, we call those pocket watchers. You can't watch nobody else's pockets, man. What that means is, if Janet, let me take my girl Janet. If I want to pay Janet to come over here and play for my team, that means if I give Janet $400,000, I can't complain of what Janet does with that $400,000, because once I issue those funds, wages, compensation to Janet, it's no longer up to me to dictate what Janet does with her own money. That's called pocket watching, right? I can't watch your pockets, and I hope you don't try to watch my pockets, right? So I like Dabo, man, but Dabo need to just chill out, bro. 401ks at 16, these kids are gonna be like, what? I don't want no damn 401k. Think back, don't think like our ages right now. What's up, Gary? Bama for life. What's up, my bro? How you doing, bro? Glad you up in here, man. Thank you for coming. Playing doctor. What's up with you, Larry Large? Don't think our age right now, right? The truth is in the details, man. Think back to when we were 16. How many of us really gave a damn about a 401k at 16, 17 years old? Really think about it. Now, I know that's hard to really cut through the tape of, that might be a good idea. We think like adults because we're all adults. When you're 16, you're trying to find out what college you want to go to. You're a star football player or whatever sport you played. How many of us really gave a damn about our future? I don't even know if I knew what a 401k was at 16. I'll just be completely honest with you. Where I come from, they don't teach that when I was young, right? For what? You know what I mean? So Dabo is trying to establish a way of giving these kids money and pocket watching them. In return, you come to my university and I'm going to use your face. I'm going to use your name. I'm going to use your likeness to make individual monies for Clemson University, right? And you get to make me win a championship on the football field. You should be happy you got a 401k. Bro, what are we doing in college? What are we doing, man? What the hell are we doing, bro? 401ks? Bro, really? Really? He wants to reward the college athletes with a 401k. Bro, listen. He also said, if you take money out early, then you get penalized. So let me get this right, Dabo. You want to give these kids who are not even 21 years old a 401k money that they can't use or touch until they're 60 damn 5. What the hell are we talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? That's his idea. You come play for Clemson, I'm gonna give you $80,000. I'm gonna put it in your 401k. You can't touch it for another 50 years, right? You know what I'm saying? Right? Another 45, 50 years. But you should be happy with that. Enjoy. Bro, come on, man. We got to stop, bro. We got to stop. You know what I'm saying? Dabo, listen. Mr. Sweeney, this is the age of NIL. Now, none of us like how it's being administered, right? We can all agree on that. But this is a day and age where it is what it is, Dabo, and it's not going back, man. It is what it is, sir. And it's not going backwards. He said he want to penalize the kids if they take the money out of. I mean, we all know that's what happens when you're an adult and you have a 401k. You get penalized for taking the money out. We know that. The kid is 16. If you give me $100,000 for coming to your university for NIL, whatever the case may be, I want my damn money. I don't want a 401k, right? I mean, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. The truth is in the details. I won't get on here and act like I'm someone I'm not. If I'm 16 years old, I want the Jordans. I want the jewelry. I want everything that a 16, 17-year-old kid want to make the girls like me. Everything it is. I don't want to put it in no 401k until for 50 more years. And I do mean 50 more years, right? So I sometimes think Dabo, man. I talk to recruits at the you know what I'm saying, Nicole? If your child signs with Clemson, Clemson gives him 300,000. We're gonna put 288,000 in a 401k. You can get 2,000. You know what I'm saying? You can get 12,000, right? The rest you can't touch till you're 65, homie, right, bro? And if you touch it, we're gonna penalize you 12%, right, bro? What are we talking about, bro? So I like Dabo, man, but it's like he turned people off because the literacy he speaks with is as if you're talking to these kids as if they're your age, right? Of course, we all know the future is important as adults. We know that, right? We all know the future is important to these young men, to teach them about money and to teach them how to spend wisely. We all know that, right? But at the end of the day, and this may sound harsh, but it's the truth. It's kind of like Charles Barkley when he said, I ain't your role model. End of the day, it's not my job to teach little Johnny about money. It's his parents' job, right? I could teach little Johnny all day. I could have financial literacy classes. I could teach him about the value of a dollar. I could teach him everything that I know about money and saving it and all that. Guess what? If his parents is BMF, blowing money fast, what Coach Sean said, don't make a right? Think about that. That's got to be taught in the household. That's got to be something that you teach your children on a day-to-day basis, right? So Dabo, listen, man. He said that we're setting kids up for failure. That may be true. But the last time I checked, you college coaches don't care about that, man. You want a championship, right? I just watched the best safety Alabama has had in recent memory leave the roster for a couple of millies. Don't talk to me about setting nobody up for no damn failure. I watched the kid left Alabama to make 3-point whatever the hell it was. You know what I mean? So please, man, let's stop talking out the side of our neck. We all know what's going on in college football. We all understand it. We get it. We know what's cracking. We know what's going on. And that's just the end of it. Either play ball or get left behind. That's what it is. And I like Dabo, man. I like him as a person. But sometimes, man, he lets his views outweigh his logic, right? And a lot of the kids I talked to at these camps, I was in the Atlanta camp last year, and these kids, I hear what they say, man. I hear what they say. I hear the things, stuff that I didn't even know, right? That they have to pull up on social media and find for me because I just didn't know it, right? So when I see these things that Dabo speaks of, it's very difficult when I hear him turn around and say things like this. You can't watch nobody's pockets, Dabo. You can't watch nobody's pockets, man. You know what I'm saying? Let these kids do what they do, right? They're gonna do it, right? And it is what it is. You already know, Nicole, right? You can't watch nobody's pockets, man, right? That's the problem with the world right now. Too many people worried about what the next person is doing, right? Instead of trying to find your way to make your whatever you making, right? The one thing about Coach Sean is I respectfully, and that's probably why it took me so long to get on social media. I don't give a damn about what you doing. You know what I mean? I got a 12-year-old to raise. I'm trying to make her understand that you don't have to worry about a man telling you you're beautiful because your daddy think you beautiful. And that word means more than any man on the street. You know what I mean? I'm too busy to set an example for her. I don't care what no other grown person gotta think, say, do. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make my way and get mine. And I ain't gonna ask. You know what I'm saying? That's me. That's always been me. And until Dabo realized that and stopped speaking like you from 1954, right? And realized we in 2024, man. We in a day and age where a kid on your team could make just as much as the damn assistants, right? We're in a day and age where a quart of gas costs more than a quart of milk, right? So understand how we live in Dabo. Understand the more you talk, the more kids shy away from Clemson. The more parents shy away from Clemson, right? I understand what you're saying, bro, but you just say it in the most archaic ways, bro. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you, though. Thank God you ain't at Bama. I had a couple of people hit me. You already know, Plain Doctor. You already know, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I listen to that guy sometime and I just don't understand. Like, I get where he's going because I'm old enough to understand. But the young kids are like, what? You know, they fly off the handle when they hear that stuff, man. It's crazy. Okay, King Mario, no problem. Just tap in with me, Mario. I'm right here, man. Hey, that's what's up, John M. That is a blessing if it ever was one, man. Rhonda Barnett, what's up with you? How you feeling, girl? You hope you're okay. Hope you're doing good. So, yeah, facts, John M. Facts, man. You know, it's crazy, man. He's like, dude, it's so out of touch. It don't even make no sense. It's just like, and Coach Saban be trying to school these dudes. Coach Saban be trying to set an example and show them it's a way that you can say how you feel. What's Coach Saban saying? Kids today don't care how much you know. No, they don't care what you know until they know you care, right? Think about that. They don't care what you know until they know that you care, right? So this guy is crazy, man. So I had a couple people hit me. Exactly, Janet. They should. That guy's the voice of college football. They should listen to Coach Saban, but it is, who knows, man? Who knows, Janet? I had a couple people hit me, was asking about realignment and was asking, well, Coach, you know, what's up with this realignment? What, you know, a lot of people don't really just follow college football. They weren't aware of how these teams are switching conferences and stuff. So I wanted to briefly do a quick overview real quick of who's where. Davis Lewis Love says, Coach Son, don't try to give Dabo any advice. Let him continue to destroy Clemson. We'll get the recruits. Yeah, man, it's you know, you got kids on that roster that's trying to transfer out. You know, you got kids who could have went to Bama are now like, bruh, I should have went to Bama. Like, these kids, you know, you go to church with, let me tell you something. When you know coaches, all coaches talk to one another. Coach Smoot, Coach J, Coach JM, you know, Jake Merrill, you know, Ty Hayes, all these guys will tell you the same thing. Coaches talk to one another, man. And even though I don't know that coach or that coach, I know two people who hang with that coach, right? And everybody talks with each other, right? So I just don't understand. I think Dabo is trying to get his view across, but it's like it's coming across as very tone deaf, I guess is the best word. So I don't know, man, you know. So college football, the alignment. Here's the thing about college football, guys, right now. The college football landscape, man, has been completely flipped upside down, as we all know. As we talked about before, there's West Coast teams that'll now be making the trip to New Jersey or Miami. There's no longer a Pac-12, right? It's not a West Coast conference at all anymore. It's gone. And while we're still a small ways, little piece, little ways away from college football actually starting, here's a quick refresher. I'm gonna give you a quick refresher of just who's where in 2024. Starting with our own conference, the SEC, right? We all know that we acquired Texas and Oklahoma, as we know, right? What's up, Coach Jay? So the basketball team getting beat like that, 2 of 13. Damn, man. I ain't gonna even lie. I figured we was gonna lose on the road to Florida. I figured it, you know. Texas and Oklahoma, they got the ball rolling. Obviously, they kicked all this stuff off by coming to the SEC, leaving the Big 12. They're here now. They'll make more money here. Their TV contract is almost twice as big. They'll have more fans. They'll have more pub. They'll have more publicity. There'll be a bigger SEC media day than they've ever had. It'll be more competition, but it will be a monetary juggernaut in their pockets, you know, coming to this conference. That's a whole fact. And money rules all this, right? They rule all this. The money is at the root of all these moves, everything that you guys see coming. Big Ten. Big Ten acquired new additions: USC, UCLA, Oregon, and Washington, right? So them some good schools, man. Those are some great schools to have: Washington, Oregon, UCLA, USC. Now, USC and UCLA both, you know, they were the next big alignment move. They popped right after Texas and Oklahoma popped, right? They pulled it off. They understood the money is going where the bigger conferences are going. Let's make that trip, right? From the West Coast to the Midwest or northern part of the United States, I guess you should say. Oregon followed suit. Washington followed suit, right? They realized we're not about to be left out. We're about to make a move now. And they did, right? 4 schools are added to the Big Ten. Big 12. So when all 4 of those schools left the Pac-12, obviously the Pac-12 in its demise, the Big 12 said, well, hell, let's add a few ourselves. Let's add Colorado from out there. Let's add Utah from out there. Let's add Arizona and Arizona State. So what nobody else didn't take, we'll take that, right? So new additions to the Big 12 are Colorado, Utah, Arizona, and Arizona State. So now Arizona and Oklahoma State are in the same conference. Oklahoma State and Arizona are in the same conference. You know, I guess geography's out the damn window, right? So it's crazy. You look at the ACC, right? Who have been doing pretty bad, man. You got North Carolina, you got Miami, you got Florida State, you got, you know, obviously all the same powers, Clemson, as we talked about. What's up, Ephraim? OG Ephraim, what's up with you, bro? How you feeling, man? Hope everything going good with you. So they add Cal, SMU, and Stanford, right? Stanford is in where? Palo Alto, California. So Stanford will travel to Miami, Florida. That's got to be, I talked to you the other night, that's got to be a 3,000-mile trip, man. Stanford is in the same, what's up, KT? KT, what's up with you? How you feeling? What's going on, girl? Hope everything going good with you. Hope you're doing good, man. For sure. Yeah, the math ain't mathing, Janet. The math ain't mathing, because I talked about the other night, these kids will have a college football game in Palo Alto, California. They'll get on the jet probably on a Thursday. They'll travel to Miami, Florida, 3,000-mile trip. They'll play a football game probably at 6, 7 at night. They'll get back on the plane, I'm assuming the next day. I'm assuming not the same damn night. Maybe, right? They'll fly back the next day, 8-hour trip, right? On the plane, 3,000 miles, right? It's Sunday now. You just rode a plane again for 8 hours. Now you got to get ready for a chemistry test the next morning at 8 o'clock. Don't talk to me about no student athlete, man. Y'all don't care about no student athlete. Y'all care about these monies that these kids are going to be bringing into your programs, right? That is crazy. That's NFL mileage. The only thing about the NFL don't got a chemistry test the next morning. They ain't got to do them but go home and go to sleep, come to the meeting on Tuesday. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So the ACC adds Cal, SMU, and Stanford, right? SMU, that's not too bad. SMU is not too far. But Cal, that's in Berkeley, California. Cal State Berkeley, or Cal, whatever it is. Way out there, man. You in the ACC with North Carolina. I'll never understand. So when you look at that alignment, guys, that's the base alignment of all the new teams and where they're going. Not new teams, but where they're going, pretty much. And it's crazy. It's crazy for everybody to hit me up. Those are the leagues everybody will be in right now, right? So finally, the college football, this super league may be coming sooner than we think. So the attempts to predict, man, I tried to predict stuff. The attempt to predict college football's future always felt more like an exercise to me, right? If you are like a cynical reader or something, you may assume that you are merely just trying to engage a team here, a team there, a new little conference here, a new little conference there in your imagination. Well, it's not an imagination no more, man, at all, right? Here's the thing. The SEC, the Big Ten, both of these guys are trying to push a 14-team playoff, as we've talked about, right? It would begin in 2026, right? 2 years from this year. So we'll have 2 seasons of this 12-team playoff, and then they want to go to 14 teams, man, right? 14 teams, right? 3-3-2-2-1 pattern, meaning 3 SEC automatic bids, 3 Big Ten automatic bids, 2 ACC automatic bids, 2 Big 12, 1 group of 5, right? This will be sort of a ploy to protect the commercial viability of the Big Ten and the SEC championship games, right? Because those games I don't think are going anywhere. They just not. They make too much money, man. They make way too much money, right? Those 2 games are cash cows, but essentially become erroneous in a way to the 12-team playoff, right? So when you look at what's going to happen, just go ahead and get whatever Super League alignment you want at the end of the day, right? The future and the further this thing goes, the more it feels like it might actually happen, these super conferences, right? Because I'm going to tell you, if Notre Dame commits to one of these conferences, right? If Florida State is able to get out of the ACC, right? This whole thing is going to turn topsy-turvy, man. This whole thing is going to turn way topsy-turvy. I listened to Greg McElroy on last Friday morning show. I listened to Trent Dilfer quite confidently expressed an opinion like that he welcomed it, right? He welcomed it. And it was interesting to hear him say that because he's sitting at an FBS head coach, right? He'd be asked out. So it was interesting to hear his jargon on this, if you will. It's crazy because what makes this so maddening to some people is nobody actually knows what's going to happen, right? There are no pullers. There are no commissioners. You got Greg Sankey and you got the Big Ten guy, Tony Patetti, I think his name is. Just those 2 dudes, man. They're at the forefront of all of this, man. So when you look at this stuff, you can make your 36, 48, 60 team Super League graphics, right? You can sort out teams. You can pick teams from this conference, 3 from this conference, 5 from that conference. At the end of the day, if you don't put teams in this thing that people want to see, it does not matter, man. Let me say that again. If you don't put teams in no matter how you want to structure it, no matter how many teams you want to lay out, whatever conferences, 12 teams, 4 teams, 16, 30 teams, a hell of 100 teams. It does not matter if you don't put teams in this thing that people want to see. Nobody wants to see Liberty play Oregon again, respectfully. Nobody wants to see Alabama play Cincinnati again, respectfully, right? So my thing is not even the playoff itself. My thing is who the hell you gonna put in it. Because the last thing I want to do, guys, is you add teams and we end up with the same damn problem. Most deserving versus best, right? What I don't want to end up with that problem again, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to end up with us going 10-2, Tennessee, TCU going 11-1. Because their record were better, that means they're a better team. No, it didn't mean that. It means they play in a weaker conference. They had a better record. They played weaker competition than we did, right? You're not going to see Alabama get beat 63-0 or whatever the hell it was, right? You're not going to see Alabama get beat like that. Not to my knowledge. Not under the Nick Saban era anyway, right? Nobody wanted to see Georgia play TCU. Nobody wanted to see Oregon, one of the most less watched bowl games this whole season. Nobody wanted to see that, brother. Right? So it does not matter how many teams you put in this tournament if you put the wrong ones in. Respect the Arizona. I don't want to see Arizona play. Sorry. Respect the SMU. Respect to them guys, right? I don't want to see Cal Bears play any damn body. Care how good they do. Right? No disrespect. Just don't want to see it, man. So here's the thing. All the other conference people are mad as hell right now. They're pissed. They're upset. They think it's a slap in the face. I think what's the coach from Pitt, Narduzzi? I think it's a slap in the face, as he say. How is it a slap in the face when your conference, like, you talk like you gonna be in the playoff or something? Everybody knows nobody's gonna win the ACC besides Clemson and Florida State, right? Miami's not gonna ever win that conference. North Carolina had their opportunities, their windows closed, right? Virginia's coming on, right? But nobody's gonna win that conference but Clemson and Florida State. That's just what it is, right? So if we give you 2 automatic bids, what the hell are you mad at? What are you mad at? So come on, man. The Big Ten and the SEC deserve more seats at the table. And that's just a straight up fact. Just a straight up fact, man. Undefeated. I want to know, what are you guys talking about, man? Please tell me, Carla, what are you talking about? I got to know what you're talking about. My man, Dr. 334, my man, Jared, my man, Matt Farms, OG Ephraim, my girl, Janet. I got to know my boy, Kareem. What are you guys talking about? Can I be in y'all conversation? What are you talking about? I want to know what the undefeated is saying. And that's what it is. That's just how I feel about it, guys. Thank you, Janet. That's just how I feel about it, man. Alabama, we have, in this conference, we have 4 teams. Well, I'll say 3. Alabama, Georgia, LSU, that has won national championships of late, since 2019. What other conference has 3 different teams won national championships since 2015, 19? What other conference? Love Michigan, right? Shout out to them. But Michigan hadn't won since Bill Clinton was in office, right? Love them, right? They hadn't won nothing, right? They won just this year for the first time since the 90s or some stuff, right? So let's just be real. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. You are much appreciated. Antoine Currington, what's up with you, bro? How you feeling, bro? Yeah, man, you already know, Antoine. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you, man. Football season so far, with this petition to have stuff. I wish we could, Wayne Rogers. I wish we could, brother. Right? I mean, how you guys feel about that? Well, how you feel about that, Antoine? How you feel about that, man? The SEC getting 3 teams automatically, and they're mad that they don't. That the SC and Big Ten get 3 teams automatically. The Big 12 and ACC get 2 teams automatic. They say that's unfair. How y'all feel about that? I think that's spot damn on. How you feel about that, LaQuisha, Kimberly, Kareem? I think that's Jared. I think that's pretty much all that's pretty much fair to me, right? What other teams are dominating college football, Dr. 334, besides us and the Big Ten? I mean, Clemson had their run. I don't take that from them, right? But they hadn't done nothing of late, right? What's up, James Dickey? How you doing, man? So it's crazy. Exactly, Steven. It's fair to me too, right? It's fair to me too. It's a tougher conference, man. I think Greg Sankey was the one, Carla, that said one thing is not like the other. What he meant by that was you play Miami, North Carolina, Virginia, and Virginia Tech. That's not like playing LSU, Georgia, Alabama, and Ole Miss. That's totally different, right? So, I think we should have 3 teams to get in because our teams in our conference go through a much tougher way of getting to that playoff, right? Just is what it is. And I'm gonna tell you some karma, guys. Undefeated, I'm gonna tell you some karma. Remember that year Bama didn't make it? We lost to Tennessee in the last second of the game. We lost to LSU in overtime, and they picked TCU to go in over us. Everybody was watching the college football show, and they picked TCU, and then we were number 5, I think it was, right? The whole world was mad that even though Bama didn't make the playoffs, all they did was talk about Alabama for 3 days straight and why Alabama didn't get in, right? Think about that. The very team that beat TCU was Kansas State and won the Big 12. Well, guess who whipped Kansas State like they stole something? Guess who put straight belt to ass to Kansas State 2-3, whatever it is, weeks later? Alabama. Bryce said, I ain't going nowhere. I got a point to prove. Will Anderson said, I ain't going nowhere. I got a point to prove. And guess what happened? We beat them like they stole my grandmama's shoes, man. Beat them. The very team that embarrassed the team they put in over us. And then guess what happened to the team that they beat Michigan and go on and let Georgia absolutely paint the field red with their own blood, man. So, and the reason why they picked TCU, the reason why, they said they deserved to go. Not that they were better than Alabama, but they deserved to go. They deserved to go. They deserved to be here. That's the most ridiculous I ever heard, right? Why are we playing Cincinnati in the first round? Because they're undefeated and they deserve to be here. They deserve it. They're undefeated, right? Liberty was undefeated. They deserve to be there. I watched Oregon beat them like they stole something. You're undefeated don't mean nothing to us when we play in this conference and you play in yours. And that's just the truth of the details, man. That's the fact. They deserve to be there, though. Yeah, I saw your deserve. Grandma's shoes, KT. You already know you got to get hot when somebody take grandma's shoes, man. OG Ephraim, what's up with you, boy? How you feeling, man? You say, it's 12 college football spots. If you can't get in, then you don't belong anyway. Yeah, but you know what it makes me feel about that though, Ephraim? It makes me feel like it's going to be some fuddy-duddy rankings coming out. Like Penn State. For some reason, they always keep Penn State right around that 8, 9. Penn State suck, bro. They're Kentucky, right? They're Kentucky, man. Right? And they always keep them in the top 10 to try to add to that Big Ten flavor. Like, come on, man. It's Penn State. Stop it, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Travel Pernell? How you doing, bro? I ain't even see you, man. How you feeling, bro? Much love to you, home team, for sure. For sure. Yeah, man, it's crazy, Dr. 334. They deserve to be there, though, Doctor. They deserved it. They were undefeated. And that's the part that get me, man. That's the part that get me on my soapbox. That's why I'm not with this conference champ stuff, right? They should let all the conference champs in. Your conference champ might be our third place team, man. You understand what I'm saying? What does your conference champ mean in the grand scheme of the SEC? What does your conference champ mean? I watched your conference champ when Jalen Hurts went to Oklahoma. They won the Big 12 easy, spanked everybody. I watched LSU put 40-some points on that team in one half of football. Beat them like they stole something. Your conference champ. You know what I'm saying? What you feel about that, Travel Pernell? That 3-3-2-2-1 format. 3 automatic SECs, 3 automatic Big Tens, 2 ACCs, 2 Big 12, 1 Group of 5. They say we being unfair. They say the Big 10, the SEC being unfair. They're wrong for that. How? Hey, KT, man, like they call me the baby Shannon Sharp around here, man. My grandma used to say all kind of crazy stuff, man. Jared said it best. Look, this is in good response to what Ephraim was saying earlier. Right here, Ephraim. The human element is going to always be suspect, man. Right? Even if you say, Ephraim say, if you got to make the top 12, that's when that faulty ranking come in, man. Penn State at number 8. You know, stuff like that. That's that old bull. You know what I mean? Easy peasy, lemon damn squeezy. Straight up, man. Ebony, what's up, man? How dare you just not popping here right now? I've been looking for you, bro. Shout out to Ebony. Shout out to the young bull himself, Noah Carter. Roll Tide, Noah. You about to be a killer, and I mean a killer on the football field here in just a minute. Just a minute. You going to send your son to Bama. When he come back home, you ain't going to recognize him. His neck going to be 32 inches. His arms going to be 54 and a half, and he going to be ready. He going to have long hair all the way down to his ass, right? And he going to braid it up, and he going to have gold teeth, and he going to kill somebody on the football field within the friendly due bounds of football. Kill, not the other kill. And that's just what it is. We finna get busy. It is Noah's time to shine. Know that. Know that. Yeah, me too, Charlie Pernell. I like that, bro. It's only fair, bro. It's only fair, man. It's only fair, for sure. Not the permanent ones, though, Ebony. It's the one that the kids pull in and pull out. I be seeing them. You know, they put them in and put them on, put them back out. It's crazy. You know what I mean? He finna get Bama sized when he come down here, man. You know what I mean? For real, Jared. You know what I'm saying? Coach Cohen, what's up with you, bro? Hey, KT, man, I just love talking to y'all, man. That's all it is. Hey, that's what's up, Wayne Rogers. That's what I'm talking about. Wayne Rogers, I respect that, bro. That's when it starts, when they're young. Start now. Train them up now, man, so they'll never stray from it, bro, in all ways of life, including that good book, man. You know what I mean? Exactly, Steven Scuba. But you know what, though, Steven? They're going to start them out right there, though. They're going to start them out really high, Steven, and that's my problem with this, with that ranking stuff, right? How many years? Look at what happened this year. Keeping all those Pac-12 schools toward the top. Like, come on now, man. So that ranking stuff to me is, you know, anytime you got the human element in it, it's going to always be a little fugazi. You know, it's going to always go against, you know, the powers that be. We all know how they feel about the SEC. They were so tired of us winning, one school from us winning. It's crazy. I'm glad you are, man. Hey, Ebony. Glad you in here, man, for sure. Glad you in here. No, Ebony. I forgot. See, Ebony is, if the chat don't know, Ebony, my girl Ebony, she is, me and Ebony be tripping out. Ebony is a Cleveland Browns fan. She is a Bungles fan. I mean, not a Bungle, but Browns fan. And I personally am a black and yellow. Now I'm a bigger college fan. I'm a pro fan. I would admit, right? But I've been a Steelers fan since I was a child, right? I'm talking about since I was very, very, very young, back in the Greg Lloyd days and the Jerome Bettis days, and even before that, man. You know, I can take you all back, and the fact that John Stallworth, you know, who's a legend at my school, played for them, right? So. And Ebony always beats me up verbally. She verbally bullies me about the Steelers and the Browns, right? I think the Browns have possibly the most ugly helmet I have ever laid my eyes on. It looks like a brown mailbox and somebody put a brown stripe right down the middle of it. Like, it ain't nothing on the helmet, Ebony. It's just a brown helmet. It look like a mailbox, bro, without the thing you open to put the mail on. It just looked horrible. The only thing good about the Browns is Ebony Carter. That's the only thing good about it, bro. Deshaun over there. Shout out to Deshaun. I bet I won't send my girl to him. He might massage him to death. You know what I'm saying? Bet I won't send him to him. You know what I'm saying? Just joking, Deshaun. Just playing. JK, white flag. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Amari.
He on one today, chat.
Shout out to, hey man, let me say this. Let me tell my brother Coach Smook. I just spoke on you, Smook, while ago. I don't know if you was in here or not. I told the chat, I said, I am completely proud of my brother Coach Smook. I really am happy for you, bro. In the beginning, me and you both then came a long way, bro, from the days we was on other shows, tripping out together.
Yeah.
Didn't even know who one another was, man. To see you in there, man, that touched me, bro. And I really,
crazy.
You know, I'm proud of you, bro. You deserve it. You deserve it, my friend. Know that.
Sean, when I say that was crazy, bro, the whole like experience of it, you know. And it was funny because you remember we used to be in TDA chat. TDA.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I'm in there. Guess who comes in and sit next to me?
Steven
M. Smith. Yep. Come and sit right next to me, man.
Did you holler at him,
man? Yeah. He good, man. You know Steven, good people, man.
And,
the funny thing was he leans over right before Kalen DeBoer walks in, probably like 2 minutes, and he says, "Who would have thought 4 years ago you in the chat calling folks fair weather fans? Now you in here doing interviews with Coach Kalen DeBoer." I said, "That's crazy." I'm talking about it brought like it created a little emotion for me because I was like, you know, I never would have seen me in that room 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro. Man. So
I told you, cuz you know that's your lane, man. You got the personality for it. You know, I don't give a damn about interviews and all that kind of mess. I just want to talk football, talk to the chat. That's all I want to do. I'm happy. You have the infectious nature and the professionalism to do that kind of thing. And I think that's your lane, bro, to be completely honest. You have that thing you need to be successful there, man. I was really proud of you, bro. That's a whole fact, man. I was really happy for you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you do big things with that, bro, because you need to be there. You need to be there because we know you're gonna give it to us straight, never late. You know what I mean?
Hey,
and that's
but this team, bro, y'all make it easy. I was bragging on you when you got off the other day, and I was just talking about how our team, our panel, make it easy for us to just kind of like just feed off each other, man. Because ain't nobody trying to like it. When you have hot segments, bro, which is very like as of late, bro, you've been killing it. Like the past 2 weeks.
Appreciate it, man.
I'm like this. I mean, I was telling everybody, I was like, y'all see Sean just like evolving in front of us. Y'all remember Sean used to have to look at his little topic thing between each segment. Nah, he just flowing through them. He got small talk in between. He handling the chat. I'm like, man, this boy, my brother just going crazy. And then, you know, Jared, he started to embrace that fan reaction role, man. He was going in tonight about the basketball team.
Yeah, Jared going in, boy.
I was crying on the other side. I was I had just got off my
Marquita.
Yeah, man. Marquita here?
Yeah, she my neighbor, man. Marquita stays like a street and a half over. You know what I mean? Much love to her, Jermaine Mims. Yeah, man, we can do it. I'm right down here in the neighborhood, man. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Marquita, Jermaine Mims. Damn, we losing like that? 90-72?
Yeah, it's bad, bro. I got it on in the background over here on the other tab, but I ain't I can't deal with this team, bro. This team, the thrill is gone.
Frustrating me. So you was in that other night though, right?
The Tennessee game?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was, and
so
it was
what you saw, man. What you saw, man. What you saw.
So I'm gonna be straight up. The refs really took the boys out of it early, right? With the ticky tack foul calls, all that extra stuff. The refs took the boys out early, but at the end of the day, we don't stop the ball in transition on defense, right? When we have opportunities to push it, it's like nobody seems to be, smart enough to say push the ball. At least just put pressure on the defense in transition. Like everybody wants to hug the 3-point line. You don't see many backdoor cuts. Like, I mean, some teams will literally sit there and just play like a 5 wide, a 5 out defensive scheme. They don't care about the paint. You know, they're gonna play their man because they know ain't nobody cutting back door. When you play Alabama, you don't have no down screens, no backside screen. I mean, nothing, no off ball action. And then when they do try to run half court sets, bro, they doing this little cool boys trot when they, I mean, in the game. This ain't practice, they cool boy trot. I said, man. And so you got to start like this late in the season. You have to start wondering, is there like a culture issue starting to develop? But a lot of people are really high on this next recruiting class. You know, we got the number one recruit commit to Alabama right now. And I think we got 2 bigs coming in this next class. And a lot of people think that's what we're missing. But nah, we need a defensive coach to come in and teach these and drill these young men on how to rotate on defense. I mean, nobody locking nobody down. Ain't no lock guy on the perimeter for this year's team. If you're gonna play zone, you got to know how to rotate, right? And they don't skip past Central over doggone Alabama. You could skip past it. I've never seen wing to opposite corner skip pass make it through a 2-3 zone, bro. Never seen it. Even in Little League, I've never seen it. Not without a drive kick. I'm talking about literally on the right 3-point wing to the left corner. In the corner, not on the wing, in the corner, across the defense in the zone. That's not heard of. Nobody's hands are up. Nobody's trying to anticipate a passing lane. Like it's bad, bro.
You know what? I think I was tweeting that night and I was saying something. What's up to my brother Charlie Pernell? I was saying that I'm not the basketball guy, so I was just saying my humble opinion. It seemed like they was beating us up in the paint, meaning it seemed like every time I turn around, they were getting every loose ball. It seemed like every time I turn around, man, they was getting cheap ass baskets in the paint where nobody contesting them for real. It's like they was just dominant, like they were just towering over, taking every. I know the rebound wasn't skewed; it was kind of tip for tap, but it just seemed like they kept getting second chance points over and over and over, man. Seemed like
what's crazy is we ended up playing better in the second half, but you couldn't really tell because it was like we'll make a play, then we'll miss 2 opportunities back to back. Then we'll make a play, then there'll be 4 opportunities. Like in the second half, I think we was like 1 for 13 at one point or some crazy junk like that against Tennessee. And it's the same story against Florida. Like you Mark Sears is doing whatever he wants. Everybody watching him on the offensive end. Everybody dragging tail, heads down. Like it's a sad thing to watch. I mean, I'd be glad for this team to, have an early exit and go through a maturing process this offseason because that's definitely what's needed. Oh yeah, it was off you. I mean, even now, like you go up lazy for a rebound, the Florida player swipes it off of your hand and you trying to argue with the ref.
Facts.
Go up strong with 2 hands to grab a rebound, and then when you get it, be strong with the ball. Stop throwing, and then turnovers, bro. Turnovers is like you can't blame turnovers on nobody but yourself. When you're a college athlete, this ain't high school, middle school. Like you can't take care of the ball as a point guard or a 2 guard. You can't make solid passes. And this ain't even like against a full court press, bro. This just lazy passes coming across half court, doing weak handoffs and stuff. Like man, it's
Tell me this real quick, and then I'm gonna get up out of here for you, man. In this offense, when the 3 ball ain't working, what the hell are we doing?
Keep shooting until it starts falling.
Keep shooting. Mark
Sears might drive a few times. Grant Nelson will try to get some off the dribble. Estrada, he's real wild sometimes. But when I like Estrada's game more than some of the others, because at least he's gonna be relentless. Yeah, he's gonna be relentless. He's gonna give you effort. I mean, he get lost in the sauce a lot, but I like his effort. You coach him up good. He could be a solid player for you. But guys like Rylan Griffin, I think number 3, keep him on the bench. I rather see a walk-on go out there and play with some effort than him. Then who's the other kid? Grant Nelson. I mean, Kick is skilled, but he is soft, man. Soft. Ain't no way I'm 6'11", getting bodied like him. At no point. I don't care if I'm 1.
I saw that several times too.
Body, bro, just soft. And they can get mad. I don't care. Hear about it from wherever, But that's why I enjoy watching the girls team, bro. Essence Cody and Janae Cunningham down low. they play like bigs. Them girls, they play like bigs down low. Essence, she play kind of timid at the beginning of the games, but she get active, man, be bodying, putting that onion on folks. I mean, she'll back you down, give you a shimmy over, nice little half hook, bro. And then Cunningham, she real nice with the ball down low. And then you got the shooters out there, Simmons, Sarah Ashley Barker, and Leonai. Man, them girls, they get out on the perimeter. And then Loyal, what's her last name? What's Loyal's last name, chat? I forget Loyal's last name, but she cold too. And she don't even play aggressive. I wish she would just call her own number 3 or 4 times a quarter.
Is it 23? No, that's not number 23.
23 is Timmons. Loyal is number 0.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then 55 don't get a lot of playing time either. But I think she's either a sophomore or a freshman. Next year, she calm down and get used to this college level of playing. We're gonna have a nice front court. I mean back court next year.
Tell me this, I'm gonna let you go, Smooth. How did you see Terry Young?
All right, dang, you wasn't in here. I think half the chat heard the story. So I went to the bathroom. First, I was up in the stands at my seat, right? And I think it was like a timeout or something. And I had bought my own Michelob first when I got in there, right? Then the people I was with sitting by, the guy sitting behind me, he had like 2 in his hand when he came up. His wife had 2. She wasn't going to drink the second one. She was like, "You drinking this?" I was, yeah, drunk the second one. Went down and got me a third one. So by the time the first half was over, bro, my belly full of beer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I went to the bathroom twice. So the second time I go to the bathroom, everybody see him walking up. He had just greeted Miss Terry and everybody down low. Mm-hmm. And he's walking up with I think it's his girlfriend. I don't want to quote it, but she was kind of like, "Terry on, come on." But I go to the bathroom opposite of the ramp he was coming up. When I came out the bathroom, he was coming down the bathroom hallway I was leaving out of. And a young kid, man, everybody was kind of, crowding around him. And I wasn't paying attention. I was in my phone. I had just got done trying to come on live to give an update. And I look up and the young man was like, "Can you take this picture?" I look up and I see Terry and I said, "That's TA." He was like, "Yeah," he's nodding, talking to other people. So I'm taking pictures for like 3 different people. So when I hand the young man his phone back, I'm about to walk off. He was like, "Hey, I got you next, man." And I was like, "Bet." So I was like, "I ain't got to do nothing special." I pulled my phone out, do that. And before I could take the pictures, like, hold on. And he slides up the incline because it's a ramp that comes down to the level we was on. He takes a few steps up there, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, "I can't have you looking taller than me, bro." You know what I'm saying? And I lean in and take the picture. I chopped it up with him, told him I was proud of him, man. I can't wait to see what he do at the next level. And he was just kind of in short words. He was like, "Man, I got to get used to this famous stuff because I love people too much." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He said, I appreciate the support. I was like, "That's what's up, man. That's what's up."
Yeah, that's all good, Smoke. Proud of you, my bro, man. Go ahead and hit your segment, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. Just holler me when you can, brother. For
sure, bro. I'll probably call you tonight when I get off of here because I got a lot of recruits we're gonna be linking up with tomorrow. Put you on game.
Okay.
Some of these.
Hey, I'm here, brother. I'm here.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to the chat, man. Much love to the undefeated. Roll Tide, Coach Smoke. Roll Tide, chat.
Man, my brother Sean, man. It's always a vibe when we get together, man. Y'all would think me and Sean done grew up together, huh? Coach Coin. Oh, I ain't calling you Coach Coin. Coin guy. Why you change your name, man? Why you change your name, Coin guy? I like calling you Coin guy. It's like catchy. Why you Coach Coin sound cheesy? Go back to Coin guy for your boy. Go back to Coin guy for your boy. I'm not gonna acknowledge my boy Coin God until he changed his name back to Coin God. Why you switch up on us? I meant to ask you that the other day when you was in here, but you had got quiet. I think you had to go. But what's up, man? Yeah, I'm gonna be at the field tomorrow, bro. I'm gonna be at the field. Make sure I'm giving y'all some good shots. I think T gonna be on the camera, man. She gonna be doing her thing. I think we'll have little clips or whatever ready for y'all to upload. And ready to upload for y'all. And if y'all haven't, man, make sure y'all checking out the shorts that all the team is posting, man. I think it's some cool stuff we posting. And if y'all haven't followed me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram, man. I put up a cool little video. Me and Kyle got to go to Westgate, the Westgate Hotel next to the stadium. Went up to the top floor, man, and yeah, man. Oh, you know what else was cool? Another fan moment, right? And this is me being a fan. Like when people recognize me, I end up being a fan. So me and Kyle are linking up right there, about to walk to the hotel, and it was like a group of students walking by, a group of young men. It was like, Bama football, big fans, man, big fans, Kyle, big fans. And I was like, what they said? Because I didn't hear him clear. I was like, they were saying big fans. I was like, it felt good, man. I'm telling y'all, we're growing. This channel is growing. And it's because y'all be in here talking, man. And then y'all get on Twitter. Y'all see how they be, trying to get active. We be getting active for Bama football on YouTube. The undefeated is really undefeated, man. Y'all hold some weight. So I can't wait till A-Day when y'all rocking all them shirts, them undefeated shirts. If we could get like, I wonder. I say, Taylor, you in the back. It's T in the back. I wonder if we can get like 20 shirts ordered. Can we get like 20 to 50 shirts made, something like that, and just kind of like give opportunities for people to either win them or do like, throw some in the crowd. I feel like people are really going to be flocking around us. We got an energy around Bama football on YouTube, not just on social media, right? Like in person, people are recognizing people from this staff, and I'm excited to be a part of it, man. I'm excited. Kyle really got some weight around that campus, man. He got some weight in this media. I'm just learning, man. I'm learning every day. Every time I get an opportunity to interact with him, I'm ready, bro. I'm ready. I'm tired of y'all questioning my skills. What skills, KT? Talking about hooping? Y'all is a trip, man. Appreciate y'all for sticking around and hanging out with your boy, man. Let's see what comments we got. Smook. What's good, everybody? John in here. Yeah, Moon Rocker. What's good? What's good, boy? He want to call you a guy. Sounds like you won. Nah, Moon Rocker. Stop it. Don't be hyping him up. Why y'all be gassing folks up like that? I got to stop doing that. Stop gassing folks up. Y'all know late night sessions get crazy. Folks get tired. They start saying crazy stuff and they don't remember. You get what I'm saying? And we have to remind them. Stop doing that. What's up, Antonio? My boy Antonio, man. Appreciate your support, brother. For real. You've been giving me some real good, encouraging words. I appreciate it. Wait, so what's good, sis? Yeah, man. Yeah. Cinco, what's good, man? Smoot, what kind of phone I got? Man, I got that Nokia Flip. I'm gonna be uploading some clips tomorrow from the Nokia Flip. I'm gonna pull that thing out like this. This is my wallet. I'm gonna pull that thing out. That's how I'm be getting the videos for y'all tomorrow with that Nokia Flip. Y'all remember the one phone that had the camera that was like you can adjust it up and down right there in the middle? That's the kind of phone I got. I'm gonna make sure. Oh man, I'm gonna be on that Nokia Flip, boy. That track phone. Look, and then y'all keep donating, super chatting, because I'm gonna have to see if we can get in advance so I could put some minutes on that mug so I can have some data. What I'm gonna need? Y'all think I need about 10 gigs to use tomorrow? Y'all know service be hard to come about over there on the campus. Yeah, man. What y'all think we be doing them shorts with? That Nokia, baby, the flip phone. Y'all here pimping. Ain't nobody tracking me, baby. Nah, I ain't got no razor. I got the Nokia, bro. I don't got the razor. The razor thin. I got the thick mug, the fat one. The fat one that auntie and them be carrying around still. The one you put your glasses down like this and look at when you're trying to text on it. They got actual touchpad, T9. I know I still got T9 on my jump, B. Why you playing? Basketball overachieved this year. I'm proud. John, walk out the room, come back, and rephrase that. There is no way we overachieved this year. I don't care what you say. When you say staff loss, you can say player turnover, whatever. You're a college athlete. There's a certain standard and there's a certain level of comprehension you got to be able to display at this level. And some of it is coaching, right? I think we all agree. Some of it is coaching, but effort, you can't coach effort. You can't coach effort. So yeah. We definitely need somebody on this basketball staff, a defensive-minded coach that can do and implement some type of defensive mindset on this team. So, what school was he teaching? Was he watching this? I don't know, John. It wasn't us. He might get our jerseys mixed up with Arkansas or something because they actually be looking decent half the game. It just feel like we struggle the whole game. Even when we hot, when we get going our runs, it feel like a struggle. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm telling y'all. And it's the thing. I've been following the team since Avery Johnson became the coach, right? You know, when Avery Johnson got hired as the basketball coach, that's when I really started paying attention to Alabama basketball. I'm not gonna be out here fronting like some of these folks act like they've been following Bama basketball since the 90s or something like that. When Avery Johnson got hired, I started watching, man. And one thing about Avery Johnson's teams, maybe we wasn't the most explosive on offense, but we used to get, y'all remember? We led the SEC in rebounds one year while he was here. We had point differential. We was like top 3, right? I think his 3rd year as the head coach when the first tournament birthed under him. I think that was his 3rd or 4th year. Somebody fact check me. That was some of the best defensive stats, and we was only averaging like 72 points, 74 points a game. So I mean, we still Monica, what's good, baby? What's good, sis? How you doing? I'm tripping. You talking about my phone? Man, see, y'all don't understand, man. I ain't balling like all y'all, man. I'm trying to come out the mud, man. I'm trying to come out the mud. I got that Boost, baby. Yeah. Boost Mobile. You know what I'm saying? Nah, for real though. I got this high Verizon bill, man. Me and my wife was talking about switching phone services. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? That Verizon, man, it's overrated. It's overrated. When you can go get like what's the like the non-contract brand of Verizon. They use Verizon towers. Like, why I'm gonna go and man, it's crazy. Be locked in a contract with them folks. Y'all laughing, half y'all got Boost Mobile. Y'all laughing, half y'all got Boost Mobile. Why y'all playing? I ain't gonna do y'all like that though. Y'all be trying to do me dirty. I ain't gonna do y'all like that. Hold on, y'all. My god brother just called. Let me see. All right, here we go. Mint Mobile. Who got Mint Mobile? Don't play. Smoot got the camera that you have to wind up in the back. Nah, my phone ain't that old. I got that mug. Look, I got that mug that's dang, I grabbed the wrong thing. I got the mug that say you gotta flip it open like this. You can flip it open with one finger like this. Like that. Like that. Hold on. The one you can flip open like this and it gets stuck right there. It don't even flip all the way open like that. It gets stuck. And you gotta push the rest of the phone up with your thumb. That's the kind of phone I got, y'all. That's on. See, about to be chirping again. Listen, y'all remember the little walkie-talkie phones, the Motorola's? Yeah, that's what I got. But no, I appreciate y'all. You know, let me get acquainted. I mean, get settled in. I love the energy y'all always bring, man. Let's jump into these topics tonight, man. We kind of already hit on the Bama versus Florida game, embarrassment of a game. I think Jay Williams enjoying watching Bama lose. You know, it's crazy, y'all. Jay Williams got great facial hair. Y'all remember Jay Williams was like the guy coming out of Duke, right? And then he had that motorcycle accident. Like, what y'all think Jay Williams would have did in the league had he never got hurt? What y'all think? Y'all think Jay Williams would have been like, we would have been talking about it? Because in college, so growing up, I was a hardcore North Carolina fan. You know, Coda, Vince, Pep, all them boys when they was coming through North Carolina, Jameson. Who else, man? Who else, man? Who else came through? I mean, it was so many that was coming through during the late 90s, early 2000s. Like, I started losing track. Felton, all them boys, man. Because I wanted to go to North Carolina when I was playing ball heavy, you know, when I was coming up. AAU travel ball. But yeah, Bama's basketball team, we lose to Florida. What was the final score, chat? Undefeated. What was the final score? Somebody tell me. Rasheed Wallace facts. Rasheed Wallace. Antoine, tell them. See, most folks be name chasing, right? They be name chasing with brands. Me, I don't care what name on it. If it work like Verizon, if it look good enough to you know, wear around with my outfit, and it's $15, I'm gonna go buy it. Y'all won't ever catch me paying no $600, $700, $800 for no pair of shoes. I don't care how much money I ever make in my life. I'll be walking around in some sandals. The Uncle barbecue sandals, I'll be walking around in them before I pay $800 for some shoes. Call it what you want. Call it what you want. Call it what you want. I don't care. 105 to 87. Y'all know what time it is. We got a clean house, baby. We got a clean house, y'all. We got a clean house. We got a clean house, y'all. We got a clean house. These boys they ain't trying to win. 80 trying to win. Trying to clean your house, y'all. Rashad McCants. Come on, keep naming them North Carolina. See, a lot of us Bama fans, if you be honest, a lot of us was North Carolina fans. Because I don't think nobody from Alabama like Duke. You got some Georgia folks that like Duke, but I don't think no Alabama people like Duke basketball. Kareem, what you know about them government phones? You know what? Before I got the military, I had an iPhone 7S, I think it was, that I used to have to carry around for work. Man, I was never using my phone. Hey, look, y'all not gonna get me caught up in these conversations with y'all tonight. Listen, tomorrow, big day for Alabama football. Spring practice number 2 is going to kick off. I'm excited, man. I mean, now that I kind of know what to expect for the pressers, right? Tomorrow will be my first experience on the field, getting clips, post-practice interviews, player availability is going to be there. T, if you're in the back, did they put out names yet? Did Kyle get names? I don't think we're going to get names until we get there. They're going to tell us who's available once we get there. But there will be a segment where we get to get clips, right? And our plan is to, like, soon as they, break or as they're out there doing it, I think we're kind of just trying to fast track everything so you all can be the first ones to see it here on Bama Football on YouTube. So for practice number 2, y'all expect a lot of energy on the field. Coach DeBoer during the presser, y'all saw him. He was excited about. First thing he said, this team came out with a lot of energy today, right? So when I look at it, I'm like, okay, that's good. That's one thing to have a little anticipation behind you. Like the morale is up through the roof right now in the locker room. So I'm excited. And tomorrow to get out there and see everything live, and in action, I can't wait to see it. So yeah, I can't wait to get that information to y'all. Me, Kyle, T will be out there on the ground doing what we do, trying to get y'all the best content. One thing I want to talk about, man. Me and Kyle, we did not a short today. We did a video for all my fan funders. I think y'all should be able to see it here soon. But we did a video and we were talking about what position groups you all want to see. We asked you all. 2 groups I want to highlight because I don't think we realize how much depth we have in those two groups. And I want to talk about the wide receiver group, right? And I want to talk about our linebacker group, not just outside, but the full linebacker core. Excuse me, y'all. The full linebacker core, inside, outside linebackers. Wide receivers, and this just off top of the head, you know what I'm saying? Off top of the dome. We talking about the likes of, and I'm gonna just, no particular order, Jalen Hale, Rico Scott, Jeremy Bernard, Kendrick Law, Emmanuel Henderson, Bubba Hampton, Kobe Prentice, Amari Jefferson, Aram, Cole Adams. I feel like he's gonna have some time this year. Jaron Hamilton. People forget about Jaron Hamilton. He's very quiet about it. I'm ready for Jaron Hamilton to show what he's worth this year. I really think y'all are sleeping on my guy. And I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about my boy, man. I forgot about Jaron Hamilton. But go back and watch spring game from last year. Watch how he's cooking in the routes. You know what I'm saying? In the second phase routes and stuff. So I can't wait to see what happens with him. And then you know what's going to be crazy? You got 4 legit quarterbacks, right? That's going to be able to deliver the ball and really compete, right? So it's not going to be like 1 and 2 and then a major drop off. You're going to have 4 quarterbacks in the system. Austin Mack probably has the most familiarity, right? Not necessarily the experience, but definitely the familiarity with the offense. So it's going to be exciting to see how he performs this spring. I'm ready to see what Dylan Lonergan is going to do. How much of a push he makes to make his case to be in some type of running, whether it's second string or starter, right? Ty Simpson, a lot of people are high on him. Me personally, I think he's been ready. After that USF game, I started seeing some things change throughout the season. I think he'll be a formidable quarterback if he ends up taking the job. I think he will do great. And Jalen Milroe, the foregone leader, the 4-scene leader, I think his development has this coaching staff excited. There was a picture I was looking at, and I think I could pull it up real quick. Kalen DeBoer, man, standing off to the side, and I said, man, I wonder what his thoughts were during that moment, because he looked as if he was just like in like a this ain't the one. I think it's this one right here. Yeah, here it is. Screenshot alert. I'm gonna put this up here for y'all. I want y'all to look at this picture. I want y'all to check this picture out real quick. I want y'all to tell me what Kalen DeBoer was thinking right here. What was he thinking in this picture, chat? And y'all opinion. I'm gonna go down in the super chat and let me see if I can get in like real close on his face. Let's see what y'all think he was. What was on Coach DeBoer's mind in this moment right here? Like, if I had to guess, right? That if I had to guess, I'm thinking Coach DeBoer's probably on some junk like, man, I ain't never seen this much talent on the field. Like, cause this is one of the shots that was taken towards the end of practice when it was about to break down and stuff. Man, he kind of just evaluated, right? And I believe Coach DeBoer is so excited about the amount of depth he has. We talked about wide receivers. Let's talk about the linebackers. You know, look at this look on his face. Look, just think about how much speed he has at linebacker right now. I can just imagine him watching Justin Jefferson, Jahad Campbell, Deontay Lawson, Keanu Cope, Quindarius Robinson, not Noah, but Keon Keeley, Quay Russaw, you know, Sterling Dixon on campus right now, developing at a fast rate from what we're hearing. I mean, this linebacker room is deep, man. That's just too deep at each position. I just called out, right? Who else? Yanzi Pierre. You get what I'm saying? Like, these are names where when you hear them, you think about and you look at they film from high school. You're like, man, we still got him. You know, Jeremiah Alexander, he's still there. That was a guy we thought was going to transfer. I thought Jeremiah was going to get out of here, man, because I mean, he popped last year against Kentucky. Did y'all remember the play against Kentucky? I think everybody was just talking about how fast he diagnosed the play, right? But yeah, man, I'm excited to see a lot of these kids get out there and get an opportunity. Linebackers, wide receiver. I think to me that's probably the most quality depth, right? A lot of experience, a lot of young talent, right? That you're able to put out there, that you're eager to see, fresh legs, right? A lot of surprises, honestly. If you really look at the way this team is shaping up, a lot of these spots is surprise spots. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe we still got this guy. I can't believe we still got this guy. That's how I'm feeling about a lot of players on this team. I'm looking at the roster right now. I'm trying to get down here to see what my boy I'm trying to see what Jeremiah Alexander number is. He's still gonna be 35, bet. And so Jeremiah Alexander Jeremiah's coming on his third year on the campus. Let me double check that. It don't seem like he's been there that long. 6'2", 249, red shirt sophomore. Yeah, he's coming up on his third year. That's crazy. Time is flying like that, chat. Yeah, time flying like that. Hey, Saban left him a gold mine. That's what you saying? Let me see. Where is that? Jim Parker said he thinking Saban left him a gold mine. Facts, bro. Facts. He thinking, dang, I wish Ebony would get these green. I'm definitely winning the Natty this year. Facts. To get all about Sterling Dixon, he needs some first team. You know what? I don't think he's going to be first team runs, but I think because of how much talent we have at linebacker, our special teams might look vicious with all of that athleticism, linebackers, tight ends, running backs, DBs, like young talent that's probably not going to see heavy rotational reps the first 4 or 5 games of the season. I think special teams is going to be crazy. That's another subject we probably going to get into tomorrow. We haven't been talking much special teams, right? And it's kind of like it's not a bad thing, you know, because of how much change and overturn we experienced, you know, this offseason. But we got some key guys coming back on special teams. I think a lot of us forget how important James Burner, how important he was in this system, right? Not in the system, but for this team last year. With when the offense struggled and the defense began to get fatigued, he provided that space for them to kind of gather their legs, flipping the field. So James Burnham coming back. I mean, and then you got a lot of young guys, specialists under him, long snappers. I was looking at the PWO, the preferred walk-on. I think his last name is Chance. His name is Chance Green or something like that. I was looking at his highlights Sunday evening. Just kind of scrolling through like old stuff. And this kid, he treats long snapping like an art. You get what I'm saying? And even the place kicker out of Northport. I mean, these guys they have an energy about themselves, man. And I can't wait to see all this stuff translate onto the field. A-Day first. I can't wait to see it. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all. I'm excited. But yeah, let's jump into it, y'all. We got a reality of reach. Larry Large came through with some reality of reach. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. Oh, we got a couple of reality of reaches. Y'all been loading it up today. Okay. Let me see who I want to do first. Using the way to okay. Nah, we'll say that one for tomorrow, Jared. I'm gonna do yours tomorrow, Jared. I want to do Larry's tonight. Because this is one that I think everybody wants to kind of chime in on. Okay, so I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it as a poll, right? And then I'm going to come to y'all with some, I'm gonna go in the comments after y'all vote, start voicing your opinions, right? And we'll jump on it. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Where's yeah, Kalen DeBoer, man. Hey, and one thing I do want to highlight about the presser yesterday, Kalen DeBoer doesn't get over excited or like he doesn't have a mellow type thing. It's like not straightforward, but it's at a level where you're kind of like you want to pay attention to what he's saying, right? And so my first time being in there, I wasn't able to. I was shorthanding a lot of quotes, right? And I was asking some of the people around, like what methods they use, just trying to learn, man. And a lot of times they have 2 people show up per outlet, and then most people that come by themselves, they're recording it. So kind of excited, man. Hey, so y'all know Cinco, that's my brother, right? Not my blood. I know me and Cinco real close, right? Why he gonna text me a reality or reach question trying to be petty, right? Oh man. Oh, he said in the chat too. Look, that was the trip, man. That was the trip. Y'all don't pay Cinco no mind. I think he got off of work early, man. I think Cinco might have got off early. And he acting up. He ain't got no home training right now. All right, here it comes. I almost spelled reach wrong. I was about to put rats. All right, check this out. Poll is up. Y'all run it up. Let's see what we end up with. Reality or ratch? Let's get it. Man, I be wondering who come in with like. Y'all really think our offensive line for the 6% that's our, and I think it might be one person, right? That y'all really think this offensive line for the few that just voted that, I really think they're gonna give up 30 plus sacks. Y'all know a lot of them sacks, a lot of time, man, it's just bad snaps, right? Bad snaps, getting your eyes upfield late to make your reads. So you're not really comfortable ever in the pocket, right? And then when you do try to trust your O-line, you standing there too long, your time is just off all season, right? because of horrible snaps. I don't know, man. I can't get with it. Can't get with the fact that what we got. KT ain't 15. Oh man. KT, oh yeah, I think KT might be older than me. KT, what you about? 42, right? I'm just playing. I ain't gonna do that to my sister. Let me stop. Let me stop before she beat me up, y'all. Let me stop. Let me stop. I ain't trying to get beat up. Who hit reach? Casual. I don't know, Brian. I don't know. That's why I was asking, like 30. Come on, y'all. 30. We even went through a 5-game stretch last season without giving up one, or 4-game stretch. It was one of them. A 4-game stretch, we didn't give up one sack. I think it was right after the Tennessee game, that stretch right there. DeBoer is going to teach Miro to either run or get rid of the ball. Penix would just throw out of the stands before getting sacked. KT. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think they're going to design it to where he don't have to be in those situations early. That's what made Michael Penix so protected. Like it's like a layered offense. Like you start at a layer, you kind of test spots early, right? You pick your spots early, and if you're able to execute efficiently, you stay on that spot, you stay on that layer, and then you add the next layer. You know, it's a progressive type of game plan, especially when the defense is playing solid like they did last year. Kalen DeBoer would have benefited from having a defense like Alabama's last year. If Kalen DeBoer and Washington had a defense like Alabama last year, that Washington probably averaged like 54 a game, right? They will probably average about 54 a game. I'm realistic too. I'm -10, auntie. I wouldn't go tell nobody. I like fighting games more than shooting games. Oh no. Kimberly, you like to fight too, don't you? Oh man, how many? Hey, 4 more votes. 4 more votes, y'all. We need 4 more votes. We need 4 more votes. Come on, y'all. Give me 4 more votes. We gonna get 4 more votes so I can screenshot it and then put it in the show y'all what's happening. 4 more votes. Come on. Got 142 watching. We could get 4 more out of the 142, man. Come on. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. There it is. End poll. Boom. Boom. Screenshot alert. Alabama's O-line will give up less than 30 total. Yes, sir. I kind of like these results. I ain't even gonna lie. I like these results. At 20%. Smoot gonna be trash at NCAA reality or reach. Cinco about to get cussed out on live, y'all. I ain't gonna do that. I'm just playing. Hey, y'all, when I beat Cinco at NCAA, I'm gonna post it. I'm just letting y'all know. And I don't want to hear no excuses, Cinco, about, man, I ain't played the game in 47 years. I ain't even have my glasses on. I ain't get to brush my beard. You know, like he be coming up with some crazy excuses for stuff, you know. Hey, he be coming up with some crazy excuses and stuff, man. Yeah, man. KT, on everybody. I told y'all he got off early. He went by that stove with them spears and them liquors, right? Got him one of them good ones, because, you know, that's what he do. And he on one tonight. He probably sitting on the back porch. The weather in Texas looking good tonight. You know what I'm saying? He probably on the back porch with no socks on. Got his ashy toes out. Hey, Brian, you better tell him, bro. You better tell him, man. That's on revamp, though. I'm not gonna talk too much trash about the new one. Cinco, don't tell me. Hey, so I'm gonna tell y'all how competitive I was growing up on video games. Me and my dad used to play like double dribble. Y'all remember double dribble? For all my people that's over 28, 29, right? Y'all remember double dribble? If y'all remember double dribble, my dad used to have like this cheesy move. Like it was, you go to the corner, you're not missing the corner 3 with the Boston team, right? And so I used to get the Chicago team, or I would get LA, right? And my dad used to have this innate ability to just go to this corner and shoot them corner threes, them short corner threes. And he would jump out to like a 21-0 lead on me, like off rip, just cheating. And so once I started getting older, man, I used to talk, he used to talk trash to me too. I started hitting the little button to eject the doggone the cartridge. That's on, remember the cartridge you used to have to feed in and push down? You feed it in this way, right? And then push down. Yeah, we used to be playing that mug. Y'all remember double dribble? And then when we got Sega, we moved to Panama, we got Sega, right? We was in Panama, in Central America. And NBA Jam. NBA Jam. He's on fire. Y'all remember that song? I used to get BJ Armstrong, Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman out there. Boy, I used to go crazy, boy. Magic Johnson, it wasn't Magic Johnson. Nick Van Exel, Vlade Divac, Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones wasn't there then. I think AC Green was on the Lakers then when I used to play with them. Vlade, Nick Van Exel. Yeah, man. I used to play with all them boys, man. Boy, I'm telling y'all, 4-3. He's on fire. Y'all remember NBA Jam 2? NBA Jam 2 when they started putting the hot spots out there. Hey, the Knicks was cold in that game too. Hey, Seattle, man, see, this is what I be trying to tell these young cats, man. It was that Charlotte playing. Charlotte was on there too. Ah, man, Muggsy Bogues and Larry Johnson. Who's the big for Charlotte? Who's the big for Charlotte with them two? Boy, hey, have y'all tried to play them old games on a newer TV nowadays? Man, that's the most stressful thing, trying to watch that stuff. Yeah, man. He's heating up. You remember that 3-3-4? Yo, man. Alonzo Mourning. You right. Exactly. You right. Alonzo Mourning. Yeah, man. Those was the days, man. Those was the days. We used to go crazy. On them NBA Jam, man. What other game outside of sports games? I was big on Sonic the Hedgehog. I used to love that. Shoot. What else on Sega? Y'all remember what's the doggone game on Sega, man? I was just thinking about it. It was just in my brain. It wasn't Sonic. Golly, Pac-Man. Y'all remember Miss Pac-Man? Yup. Y'all old. Antoine, you old. Street Fighter, yeah. Cinco, you old. I already know you old. Look, Streets of Rage. Hey, that was the knockoff of Street Fighter, wasn't it? Y'all remember the Spider-Man game? Whatever, Ebony. Who you be? You don't be beating nobody with the Browns. Don't be capping. Stop the cap. Man, we used to have some fun on them games, man. We used to have some fun. We grew up in a great era. And then technology boom hit. Pushed us on out the way. But no, when Nintendo 64 came out, Star Fox 64, 007 GoldenEye, right? Blitz 2000, right? Blitz 99, Blitz 2000, right? What was the NCAA games? All of them, basketball, football. What else came out early? The Madden 99. Y'all remember Madden 2000 came out on a blue cartridge? They had the blue cartridges on 64. Beat Kingdom of Hearts. Hey, Banjo-Kazooie on PlayStation. Y'all remember Banjo-Kazooie? Yeah, NFL Street and NBA Street on PlayStation. Yeah, man. Telling y'all, bro, y'all got me thinking about. I might go to the pawn shop and find me a PlayStation and a Nintendo 64. I might go find me one. If I find a Nintendo 64, it's over with. But I'm telling y'all, I think I'm gonna petition. I'm gonna talk to the bosses, right? And T might not understand, but I think Kyle, we kind of outnumber T, fellas, to the ladies on the team, right? We kind of outnumber her, and I think she might have to do the segments that week when NCAA come out. Y'all want T to do the segments when NCAA come out that first few days? We could let T do the shows, right? Right? NBA Street Volume 2 Crimson Blood. What's good, bro? Crash Bandicoot. Yeah. Appreciate the $2 super chat, Crimson Blood. Double Dragon, man. Y'all taking it back. Sean Kemp with the man. Who was that? Oakley was over there too. Atari. So I got to play Atari for a little while. My little brother got in trouble for breaking my mama Atari. Dreamcast started 2K. Y'all remember Dreamcast? Hey, y'all remember Malibu's Most Wanted? He was like, "What you got? PlayStation or Dreamcast?" What he said? GameCube or Dreamcast? Y'all remember GameCube? He said Gamecast. I got Gamecast. Y'all got Gamecast? I got Gamecast. I ain't really too much care for King Kong, man. That was so easy to beat. I ain't too much care for it. And of course, Super Mario, the original. Our sister Sharita, me and Cinco, we always pick at her. That's the only game she talk about, Super Mario. She talk trash about Super Mario. I'm gonna let you play first, and then I'm gonna play. Girl, stop. Yeah, man. Did y'all have a game, Genie? Nah, I didn't, but I my cousins did. Man. Mario Kart. Yeah, man. Look. I'm telling y'all, hey, y'all remember Rush? Rush? The race car game? Was it Gran Torino? What was the name of that game? Grand Prix, Gran Torino, something like that. You had the handheld Sega. I had the Game Boy Mini. I had the big Game Boy. You remember the one you used to put the thing in the back and when you turn it on, it ain't have no color on the screen. Then y'all remember Game Boy Advance? Man, I got in a fight in 7th grade, I think it was 6th grade, because this boy, I thought he took my Game Boy, right? I had left it in the gym. Nobody messed with it, but we had the same color, and he was just so happened to be playing the same game as me, you know. And we wasn't even supposed to have them Johnson at school, but I left mine in the gym, man. And I beat that boy up, man, and I apologized for like 3 days in a row, man. Apologize. You know what I mean? And I felt bad. That's when I really started fighting for kids that couldn't fight, because I felt like a bully. I ain't never. Game Boy Color, y'all remember that? Yeah. Y'all remember Knockout Kings? You said Punch Out. Y'all remember Knockout Kings? Y'all remember Knockout Kings? And what was the one with was that Knockout Kings or Knockout with the dude that had the fro? Boy, Sean, you remember having to get memory cards? Oh man, y'all done took it back, man. Y'all done took it back. Yes, sir. What you used to do? They put that mug in there, hit it. That thing bad. That thing bad. Fight Night. Fight Night came out on PlayStation, didn't it? Didn't Fight Night start on PlayStation? That's what I was talking about. Was that Knockout King? Yeah, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Look at us going down memory lane. All us old. Nintendo Wii. You know what? One thing that I do miss, and I hope they bring it back out. And this started, you know, we moving up closer to date, right? I can't wait till we get Rock Band back, right? Do they have another version of Rock Band out where you could actually put all the instruments on there too? A guitar, bass, drum set, and the singer? That used to, like, when me and my ex-wife moved into our first place, we used to host Rock Band nights, y'all. Michael Jackson experience. Y'all know your boy used to be killing some Michael. I'm telling you. Yeah, Rock Band was my thing, dog. Rock Band was it. See, I got tired of wrestling when they stopped letting you create your own wrestler. Guitar Hero, yeah. I used to kill it. And we used to take it serious though. We used to take it serious. It was this one place on our campus at Faulkner. It was one lobby. We used to go in there, hook it up to the old big Hashitashi screens, them big screen TVs, and run y'all remember the house speakers you used to have to hook up to the stereo? My boy used to have them hooked up in his trunk. He used to take them speakers out of his trunk of his Grand Marquis, right? Bring them in the lobby, hook them up on the TV. Man, we used to be in that mug. I'm talking about for hours. It's not unusual. You know what I'm saying? Like, Johnny, you know we're gonna die. Bring him on there. He come on there. So Jenny works another all day. Like a woman. Well, I used to be getting it. Oh man, Caleb, you late, man. We done already went old school. You late, Caleb. You late to the party. Look, Marvin said Oregon Trail. Hey, you know they about to bring out a new Oregon Trail, man. The times, man. Yeah, bro. We telling our age now. But chat, it's come to that point. Y'all know chat talk is always good. We never talk about football. It's crazy. Yeah, but they bringing it out. They bringing Oregon Trail out on doggone Xbox, the new Xbox. It's supposed to be having it on the PS5. I can't wait to see what that's gonna be like. It's supposed to be able to interact. Like when people attack you, you're supposed to be able to fight it out. Like it's supposed to be crazy. I can't wait to see that. Ready to Rumble. That's what that boxing game was. That was what that boxing game was. Ready to Rumble with the Afro dude. I forget his name. Afro Thunder. I think that was his name. Yeah, man. That's going to be crazy. That was crazy. I remember the big dude. It was hard to beat him because if he hold his guard up, they basically made him like George Foreman. Y'all remember that Ready to Rumble? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Ebony, yeah, you telling on yourself. Oregon Trail in middle school. I remember Oregon Trail in elementary. Yeah, playing. Yeah, we ain't trying to talk about Bama basketball right now, man. Not the men's anyway. Not the men's team. In computer class, y'all remember that junk in elementary? Computer class every Tuesday and Thursday, or Tuesday and Fridays in elementary for me. Ooh, Sims, yeah. My ex-wife used to play Sims when I don't even want to talk about Sims. She made me dislike it. But with that being said, I want y'all to enjoy this commercial real quick, and then we're gonna end the show for tonight. Make sure y'all continue to stay tuned, man. This is our commercial from our sponsors, man. Giving a shout out to our sponsors. Thank you to all of our sponsors right now that's supporting the channel and providing us, a little bit more exposure, man. A lot more exposure and supporting us on the back end, with this channel. Here goes the commercial. Check it out.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Residence in Ocean City, Maryland. Guests can book at residenceinOC.com. Use the promo code LPR for special Bama football pricing up to 20% off. Also, go to therogueshop.com. Use the promo code Bama. You get legal CBD. For me, personally, I like the topical oil. You know how intense my workouts are, right? So I like the topical oil. I like to rub that on my back, whatever, after those cinder blocks. So go to their website, cruise down, look through their website, and definitely check out rogueshop.com. And like I said, I like the topical. Again, the promo code is BAMA. Also, think about becoming a fan funder right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Become a part of the Undefeated as low as $2.99 a month. That's 10 cents a day. How do you do this? Make sure you're logged into your account. This is on a computer. You can also do this on your phone and look for the tab that says membership. Once you click membership, you can see different options. You can see an upgrade button right there to the right if you want to go through the different levels. We have fan funder videos from the staff right here at Bama Football on YouTube. Very easy to navigate. Let us know if you have questions inside the comment box when trying to upgrade or renew your fan funder membership right here on Bama Football on YouTube. And of course, if you want to rock that undefeated gear, check out our merch store located at the bottom of the videos. We appreciate Patriot Life, Cynthia, Antoine, Caitlin, and to everybody else that supports us right here on Bama Football on YouTube.
Hey, love that commercial, man. Y'all know I'm a big fan of that commercial, man. Shout out to Kyle and T for getting that thing edited up. I be like sitting back here cheesing the whole time. I'm like, man, they killed that junk, boy. But yeah, y'all see the chat, the question of the night, last question of the night. Let's go to it, man. So we got, let's see. What year did y'all graduate? I'm about to find them. I just seen some. 99. Ebony graduated in 99. So Ebony, you only 3 years older than my sister. That ain't bad. Hey, you ain't old. 05. Okay, Cinco. I knew that. 2000. Yeah. See, 334. You and y'all around the same age as my sister. 96. See, now Steven. I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing, man. I didn't know you was that old, Steven. 02. That's the same year my sister graduated, Antoine. 07. Kimberly. Yeah. Y'all had the lamest class ever. 2007 was the weakest class. Every school I talked to, 07 was lame. Their senior class was lame. Quiet, never won any of the spirit sticks at the pep rally. Never did a dance battle in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? 07 was whack. We used to light 07 up. 07 and 09. We used to light them up. 2010 was like our little brothers and sisters. They was lit like us. When we was juniors and 2010 was freshmen, at the pep rallies, it used to always be between 08 and 10. And even in sports, 08 had the fire, 10 had the fire. I'm just saying. My boy Steven said he graduated in 90. Boy, I was just being born. That means you could probably graduated on my birthday. Yeah, man, 98, 89. Auntie Janet. Yeah, Auntie Janet, you and I think Gil Cruz. I think you and OG Gil graduated around the same time. Where Uncle Jay at? Uncle Jay probably went to bed early. Uncle Jay was busy today. I ain't seen him in the chat. 09, see, I ain't rock with too many 09 folks, man. I ain't rock with them. They just was different. They was so like 05. I like them 05s. 05, 06, I rock with them. I rock with 05, 06. Yeah, you got 90, 95, 05. Let me see, where else? Crimson Blood, 92. Crimson Blood, you ain't graduating no 92. Son, talking about some CBD. Rich B said 94. Nah, man, some of y'all, you know what? But you know what? That's a good thing because that means y'all are not out of date. Y'all are not out of date. That's a good thing. Did somebody say 2017? Gary, you ain't old enough to be in this chat. You ain't old enough to be in this chat, Gary. You ain't old enough to be in this chat, Gary. Wait, are you 25 yet, Gary? Does it make him 25? Nah, he ain't 25 till next year. You can't even get in the grown folks. Like if Gary, you come to the undefeated and we rent out a grown folks spot, you can't even get in. You gotta be 25 or older. Unless you got a military ID. Dodge Wild Power said 2027. That's our youngin in the chat, man. That's our youngin in the chat. Monica said 2000. Monica, you graduated 2000? I would have gave you like 04, 05, Monica, at most. Bama boy said 18. See, y'all some young bucks, man. Y'all some young bucks. Marvin just crossing over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 31. Marvin his knees starting to pop when he get out of bed, man. Gary, you 25? Okay. You still a young buck. 09, Nicole. What's up, Nicole? How you feeling tonight? Gary's 99? Oh, you're a 99, baby. You ain't graduated in 99. I was about to say. Casey. Y'all act like brothers and sisters in the chat for real, man. I love it, man. Appreciate y'all. Kareem Hood, 91? No way. Kareem, you ain't graduated no 91, bro. Stop playing. I graduated 08, so. No, y'all don't. Gary he didn't graduate. He was born that year. I stay in Montgomery. I'm already Oh, man. Appreciate y'all for hanging out tonight, man. As always, it's always a vibe when we come in here. I'm glad the nightcap is really turning into a nightcap where we kind of just enjoy the vibes. We hit everything. Then we enjoy the vibes. As long as y'all keep coming back for it, I'm going to keep showing up and doing it. Can't wait till tomorrow so we can actually have a nightcap and really review all of the happenings tomorrow. Practice tomorrow. We will provide that coverage. Don't forget to check your boy out at Coach Smook on every platform. Shout out to everybody that tuned into my vlog today, my channel on Coach Smook. I won't be doing any Alabama coverage or anything coverage-wise on my channel. That is literally a content channel now. The idea was pushed on me by our leaders. And I'm kind of phasing into it. My focus is here, but I'm phasing into it. So like today I did a review of King's Kitchen up here in Tuscaloosa. Shout out to them. They actually are going to be tuning into the show tomorrow. So hopefully they come in and they chat. Yeah, man, it was good to be home. That Southern hospitality, man. I don't know if y'all seen the video, but my overall rating out of 10 for that restaurant was a 9.8. And the only reason they got a 9.8 is because I didn't get no fresh cornbread, right? And it wasn't their fault. I should have showed up earlier. because I know if I would have got the fresh cornbread, I probably would have passed out and cried because it was that good. But also, I wanted some cabbage. They ran out of cabbage, so I had to get collard greens, which was bussin', right? Macaroni and cheese was bussin'. You know what I'm saying? I got some of that left. The chicken, I mean, y'all were there, man. Come on. Come on, man. Y'all see me. But yeah, with that being said, roll tide. Can't wait to see y'all tomorrow. And keep doing what y'all do. Words of encouragement. Nobody's stopping you. Okay? Nobody's stopping you. Nobody's stopping you. Just think about that. Nobody's stopping you. Literally, nobody. Nobody. It's you. It's you. You're the only one stopping you. You only one stopping you. What are you talking about? Let me see. I don't see it. I ain't get to roast nobody tonight. I ain't seen nothing that was roast worthy. I just had to double check, chat. Y'all know what I be doing, man. Peach cobbler, man. They got peach cobbler dark winged up. They got red velvet. See, y'all not gonna get me. Y'all not gonna get me. No, I didn't get no red velvet. They was out. Man, listen, plain dry. I told you about trying to roast now. If you can't get a real profile picture on your page, you shouldn't you shouldn't be trying to roast. This is what I gotta. Let me stop. God bless y'all. Roll Tide. I'm out, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night, man.